Gotcha.
It said you dare steal my jewels, now it's you who must lose the most precious of all that you crave. And I loved her then, and I love her still, oh she haunts me, cursed banshee. In my sleep she calls, I still hear her screams, how they pierce me. Wretched banshee, please let me be. As its words slipped away, my last fell to her grave. Faster than I could run to her aid. Though she laid ever still, I heard a shriek that said kill, a lament so agonizing it rang. Ever since that day, folks warned to stay away from the banshee that prays at that king's cave. Now I wonder if it is her voice or just time that calls out to me, wailing my name. And I loved her then, and I love her still, though she haunts me, cursed banshee. My poor lass now destroyed, nothing will fill this void. Now she haunts me, cursed banshee, never the same. Like a top coat bed of embers, black snowflakes mount on your skin. A hazy recollection with no clue of where it begins. Tonight the starlight reeks of sun rays, as if they mixed up their cues. The stars appear to be dancing. Watch out, they're racing towards you. Do it or die, dearie. Get to your feet or be weary. Do it or die, do you hear me? Open your eyes, look towards the skies and run for your life. The snow falling faster, the wind picks it up. Look for crystal designs and blankets of sweat, gasping for air in what seems like the sea. No water left here, none for you, none for me. Do it or die, dearie. Get to your feet or be weary. Do it or die, do you hear me? Open your eyes, look to the skies and run. Oh, run for the sun. It's all that you have left now. Run for the sun. There's time if you kick into gear now. Do it or die, dearie.
Hello. My goodness, we're here. And we're here without, I hope, further technical difficulties. Last week, we weren't even on stream for 10 extra minutes, so I think we're already ahead of schedule. We are on time today. Welcome to Amateurish Productions. We are playing through another episode of our little one-shot mini-series. And yes, I understand that's a contradiction. I don't care. Called Mack's Public House, where our renowned heroes tell stories and relive a memory of their past. On time, Mothman fuckers. Excellent. Thank you, Sean. Thank you for your contribution.
Fantastic.
Introducing God's strongest monster fucker. No. Oh, we have some wonderful faces with us today, and some new people to the channel, but not new people in general. We have with us today the wonderful Sean Banerjee, Pat Edwards, Joey Davila, Jeremy Cobb, and Dio. We're so happy to have you all here. Thank you so much for joining us. We are going to basically jump right in. But before we do, just a quick acknowledgement of our wonderful friends at Pocket Bard for providing our soundtrack for the evening.
Yeah.
I have a whole extra computer set up to run this, but it's a blast, and we'll get some lovely musical accompaniment out of it, customized to whatever we're doing in the moment.
And we can actually hear it this time.
And not only can you, the audience, hear it, but incredibly, so can my players, because I am a delayed genius.
Exactly. The genius is always coming, it just takes a minute.
Incredible. Uh-oh, I'm getting a Discord message. Presumably it's from Eli telling me we have technical issues that I don't know about.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go.
No, it appears we're okay.
Thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord. No, it was just Jeremy messaging to, tell people that he was the special guest today. Incredible.
Yeah.
So, without any further ado, we're going to jump right in. And we fade into this beautiful, wide open tavern floor. And you see a bard strumming on stage. You see the world famous Mackenzie Guffin behind his bar counter, helping his bar staff sling drinks. You've got the crowds of adoring patrons as they tell each other stories of times long past. And at the bar, having just had their dear friend and long lost companion leave for the evening, Whoosh, could you please just, in a short description, remind the good people what Whoosh looks like and what they're doing?
I'd be happy to. Whoosh is a very tall, lanky air genasi. They have beautiful dark brown skin, cloud-like white fluffy hair that last time they were in the pub they had done back into cornrows, but this time they're letting it out into a big voluminous fro. They stand around 6'2", 6'3". And if I had to say that if there's been a major change since the last time you saw them, they are currently missing an arm. But other than that, they seem to be in a very good mood. They're drinking, and they're with they have a little what appears to be some sort of fancy looking egg in front of them, made out of various precious metals, and they're just kind of spinning it around, humming to themselves, and they look like they're waiting on something to happen.
Incredible. I do love that what I just described was a couple of hours maybe later than the last time we saw you in the tavern,
Ooh.
and you're suddenly missing an arm. No, don't change a thing. I love it. Something has happened between now and 10 minutes ago, and you are missing an arm, and I am here for it.
Make it work. I can make that work. Hell yeah.
Unbelievable. As you're looking around, though, you're kind of fiddling with this egg. You're not really necessarily paying attention to what's going on around you. Who do I want to pick on next? Sean.
Tension is palpable.
I knew it was going to be Sean.
I rolled a die.
No, I knew what God would bring to this. I knew what luck was bringing to
me. Incredible. Sean, you walk through into the door of Mack's Public House, and you see, first thing you see sitting at the bar is a strangely familiar figure, someone you hadn't probably seen or thought of in quite some time. And you see the character described as Whoosh sitting at the bar. But before you go over and say anything and reintroduce yourself, perhaps, who are you, and what do you look like as you enter this bar?
Sure, yeah. I'm Von Moore. Von Moore is a half dwarf, so a little taller than most dwarves. Can't quite, like, very patchy beard, pretty scraggly around the edges. Von Moore is in plate armor. Von Moore is big and tough. Sword slung over their back, giant shield on one arm. In the other arm, and you'll see that this arm is actually made of kind of twisting vines and inlaid metal runes. This seems to be some sort of like war-forged or prosthetic arm. And in that arm, he's holding a arm. And he'll say, "Oi, Whoosh, thank you so much for letting me borrow it, mate. I went back and got mine from my room, and I'll go over to the bar and I'll put Whoosh's. And I don't know if it's Von Moore's right arm that's gone. I don't know which arm of yours, Whoosh, but obviously when I saw Whoosh outside, I asked, can you lend me a hand? And then,
oh yeah, and Whoosh is always ready to do what they can for their friends, And besides, they've got an armed guy; they'll be here momentarily. And I've said they're ambidextrous, so whichever one you prefer.
So I'll put Whoosh's arm back over on the bar for them. Gesture to our bartender.
Well, obviously, I have to put it on an armrest.
I'm going to become an accountant. But yeah, and then I'll gesture to Mack behind the bar, I assume. Get my usual goat milk and steak sandwich.
Right, the usual then for you, sir.
I appreciate it, Mack.
Incredible. So, what are you in for tonight?
Me? Well, I just got back in. Just from my last run, but tonight, honestly, that road hypnotization that they talk about. I feel like I'm still moving. I feel like I'm still on the horse. So I haven't figured out what's next yet.
Fair enough. Well, you're always welcome to stop by. Thanks for coming in. We'll have that right out to you. And you see Moss take inspiration.
I was just about to say that. Hell yeah. Chat's on fire.
You see, or actually you don't see, but what we see coming in from perhaps a side patio, Jeremy, who enters the bar from this little side patio here.
Standing 7'5" and a quarter inches tall, looking quite resplendent, wearing what look like shards of gold, as if you were to have, if you there was like an orb made of gold that had been smashed, and the pieces had been sort of woven together to make like a hanging shirt of gold, and little flecks and pieces of gold woven into his beard and long braids. The towering figure of Fee-Fi Fofum steps into the bar. He looks around. He's holding a bag, a rather large, hefty bag, and he looks around the bar. He sees whoosh and goes whoosh. I got the stuff, and holds up his bag.
Oh, by the Septarian, Fee-Fi, I would kiss you right. Oh, and leans in for a kiss on the cheek. Thank you.
Fully like presents his cheek for you to kiss.
Oh, you are just
Parts
too
the
good
gold
for
so
me.
that you can get some actual skin instead of golden hair.
Ooh.
Incredible.
Thank you. You were saying you needed an arm.
Yes. Well, no, I needed a replacement arm or a scroll of greater restoration or something like that. Is that what?
Buddy, I got whatever you need. I set the thing down. I set the stack down. Started like pulling through. I start pulling out arms of all shapes and sizes. Some desiccated, some still fleshy, bleeding,
Strangely
some weirdly
fresh.
wet. Yeah, some of them quite wet. Some of them wispy, and then also some scrolls of like regeneration and greater restoration and different things that I'm setting on the table. A few just like straight up prosthetic arms as well. A few arms made of fire. What were you thinking?
Well, actually, now that I have options, the fire one
I
is
look
nice.
at my arm and I'm like, oh.
I think fire's a great choice. A hot arm for a hot person.
Oh, Fee-Fi, you are too much.
I've been told.
I didn't know we were bringing in an arms dealer tonight.
Hey! Look, this is the land of the free. We have a right to bear arms.
Exactly.
Oh, do you have any bear arms?
Ooh, yes, actually.
I have all 8 extant species of bear. I have Asiatic black bear, American black bear. I have brown bear. I have polar bear. I have sun bear. I have spectacled bear. I have panda bear. And I forget what the last one is. Sloth. Balloon shout out.
Incredible.
Do you think I'm more of a panda or a polar? I think normally I go
Absolutely polar.
Team polar, yeah. So white does
Yes.
tend to be my color.
Pandas just hold things. Polar just slap things.
Ooh, yes. Remind me to tell you about a time I ran into a polar bear. It was an enlightening experience.
I can
Incredible.
only imagine. Where would you like this arm?
Well, let's see if we can get it to stay. First we'll try the scroll and see if it sticks. If it doesn't, I'll grow a new one. But if I can still keep that, I think I actually have an idea for an art project.
I did bring needle and thread. Installation
Excellent.
is free.
Mac, do you have something that could, numb this a little bit?
Just plops a bottle of whiskey on the counter. As you're all trying to figure out how to put Whoosh's new arm on, unbelievable turn of events. We are going to cut to Joey. You are entering the tavern, this pub, Mack's Public House. You come in through the front door. You see walls of patrons. This place is always busy. I mean, whether you've been here before or not, you know this place has not had a dull day in decades. Mack was a already beloved member of the community around here, grew up here even before his adventuring days, and then came back to this little sleepy seaside town to open the pub. And now adventurers from all over come to tell their stories, and those who don't have stories to tell have stories they'd like to hear. And you walk in, and you see some faces that you haven't seen for a very long time. You see these 3 people up at the bar. You see Fee-Fi, you see Whoosh, and you see Vonmore. And it's faces you haven't seen in probably a good 4 or 5 years, from an adventure that you had some time ago, and you are able to kind of recognize them by face and by voice, though they all certainly look somewhat different from what you remember. But what do you look like, and who are you playing before you head over there?
Hanlon the Dreamer, dark brown skin and shaved sides with these dark braids that kind of go back and form into a little bit of a bun in the back. Walks into the bar, normally beelining for a corner, like the least populated corner, like the corner with the sign that says introverts only. That's the normal spot. But upon seeing familiar faces, goes, oh, so I'm definitely going to avoid them. And then sees that one of them is missing an arm and goes, oh, I suppose let me help. So this 5'10" human, scrawny-ish, slightly bulkier arms than you would have assumed for someone with a spell book at his side, uh, adorned in perfectly circular gold earrings and rings and brocadery down a deep purple coat, pixelated with white diamond-esque dots like stars in the night sky, saunters up to this group of three and says, you know, I don't believe in luck or coincidence, and wouldn't you know it? And I think he'll snap his fingers, and a numbing will start to set in at Whoosh's arm incision spot. Wouldn't you know it? I came here to see a constellation, and I found you three.
Onlin, how are you doing? Oh, it's so good to see you. Oh, and thank you for this. I do have to say, it was hurting pretty badly. Of course, Mac, your whiskey definitely helped. Don't get me wrong, but it was a bit uncomfortable.
Hanlon will start to twiddle a needle across his fingers and go, now, which one of you were going to operate? Because I seem to remember, my money
That's
was going to be
me.
on Von Moore, but if V5 wants to do it, go for it.
Oh, no, as I say, installation is free. You said you were coming here for a constellation. You got an installation, buddy.
We take the surprises with life, and I think, like any good intellectual, Hanlon's just going to sit and start looking at the arm and just kind of prestidigitate and mage hand and just start whatever is necessary to get the arm on.
The thread that I'm using is like not a normal fabric thread. It's actually like almost like wire or like gut. You're not really sure. But as you're like holding it, you can almost hear beautiful music as if it's from a harp. And with your help, I will go about sewing on the polar bear arm to Whoosh's body. Do I need to make a check? Do we need to make a check? Like, is
No.
okay?
Here's the thing. In this part, in this setting, in this time where you are, years after our adventure takes place, you are level 15 plus adventurers. Skill checks are, nominal at this point. There's a certain degree there's a certain point at which you're just gonna be able to do it. It's just a matter of how long it takes.
No problem.
Every few minutes, I just lay on hands 5 points to get rid of whatever infection has started, and keep it. I'm just like, all right, and Von Moore's entire attitude to this is like, oh, okay, good. Mr. The Dreamer's here now. This will be good. All right, I'll help.
Yeah, Whoosh is just excited. Just having a good time.
Excellent. As you're all figuring out this arm situation and wrapping up major surgery at the pub, on
We
the
gotta
bar
go nerve
stools
by
at
nerve,
the
baby.
pub,
Tendon by tendon.
which Mac does not bat an eye at. Not even as like necessarily most of you being regulars, like not like most of you are not necessarily regulars here, but like Mack sees this all the time. This is just normal. I mean, honestly, I live in like the real world in like, you know, a city in the US, and I feel like that's a normal scene I've seen at my local pub. Uh I mean, because who can
Tell
afford a real
people.
fucking doctor these days? Fuck.
Yeah, am I right? Oof.
I ran out of spell slots for health insurance.
Oh God!
Damn.
Oh, yeah. It's a ninth level
Incredible.
spell.
So, with that, Pat, you've been here for a little bit, and you've been looking around. And I think through your time in here so far, you may have clocked these people, but you had other business here. Describe to us who you're playing and what are they doing right now?
Right now, they are in a corner table with their back to a wall. He is constantly scanning the entries, exits, sometimes even looking directly at walls. You think like you can almost see through them. As far as appearance, he is wearing an immaculately tailored suit and overcoat of this very dark, emerald that's almost black. Uh, some subtle differences from the last time many years ago when everyone else would have seen him, because his suit was gray at that time, but very similar. And when they had last seen him, he is clean shaven with closely cropped hair on the sides and back of his head, and the jet black hair on top of his head was perfectly combed to the side with not a single hair out of place. This older version of him, his hair is grown out on top, and there's kind of wears it in like a low man bun at the base of his head. There's definitely some salt and pepper going on there. It's a human, and he's got more of a full beard, but it's immaculately trimmed and manicured and just perfectly lined up. Skin is very tan and weathered, like he spent a lot of time outside. But despite sort of the different coloring of the suit, despite the hair uh, and the beard, the pale gray eyes are a bit of a dead giveaway. Of the person our other adventurers knew many years ago as Prescott Mint, but if you ask anyone who's spoken to him at the bar this night, his name is Lachlan Sage.
We're getting a little like underwaterness from you. Very strange.
Oh no.
Oh, that's
Well,
better now.
you're
That
immediately
part of the
back.
bar is flooded.
Yeah.
Maybe I was too far away.
Perhaps.
Should I?
Back up like 20 seconds.
Okay.
You're Prescott Mint.
The eyes are a dead giveaway.
Eyes are dead giveaway. This is the person who Von Moore and Hanlon and Whoosh and Fifi knew as Prescott Mint. But if you ask anyone in the bar tonight who he's spoken with, he has introduced himself as Lachlan Sage.
Lachlan Sage. Incredible. You have been making your way around the bar tonight, and you have noticed some old companions of yours, but had to get some work out of the way first. But then you are able to, you know, as you wrap up what you're searching for, or, you know, just observing more than searching for, you are able to take some time and, you know, go greet them if you'd like.
Oh, could you do a fun little design with that stitch there? Maybe like a star or a heart or
Yes,
something?
yes. Stars
Excellent.
are extra.
Understood.
All right. And I start making like this really intricate star design, like star pattern, so that you can see like little like bronze bronze thread, or I guess string, peeking through the white fur of this polar bear arm.
Ooh, very nice. We really do have to do another artist collaboration. I know the last one ended with, fire, but we can try again. There was an interesting new government building built in that major city. I can't remember the name a while ago. The place where I'm not allowed back again. But we can, the guards there aren't worth a damn. We can make something work there.
Oh yeah, we'll
Mac,
make
if
it. We'll
anybody
make it
asks,
work.
I'm not engaging in the illegal elements of this conversation.
Oh, come on, Hanlon. You know that one of these days, don't you just want to get a little loose, get a little crazy?
No, I have a job and a title. Loose and crazy are the exact opposite of what I'm looking for on a daily basis.
Oh, what do you do?
Well, I know it's been a while, but second triumvirate sage of the Circle of Angles.
Oh, well.
Wow.
That is impressive.
Highfalutin.
Indeed.
What do you do as part of your sageifying, if I may ask?
Well, I go around and capture powerful and important constellations of the night sky for research and further channeling.
Ooh, and where do you put these constellations that you capture? Just out of curiosity, of course.
Hanlon's
Do any
just
of them
gonna
have
put both
arms?
hands on the spellbook. Nowhere important or within reach.
Do any of them have arms, and would you be willing to part with those arms for a
Justin,
fee? I could cut you in on the sales.
if Hanlon's putting the spellbook behind them, can I attempt sleight of hand to slip it?
Yeah, go ahead and do that. You're gonna have to use your current stats, but go ahead and do that.
Or because I'm a crazy person and you
Oh,
told us
you
we were
made-
doing preamble, I rolled a level 15 version.
Holy shit.
You go ahead. You go ahead.
Amazing.
That's a 26.
I was gonna say we'll be kind and call it a DC 20. So, yeah, you're able to do that.
Instantly, though, before Hanlon even notices, it's gone, or like in the same moment, you hear a voice just say, "I've always wanted to take a look at this."
Who?
Prescott?
You sly dog.
Hello, darling. I immediately hand the book back to Hanlon without even opening it.
Hanlon will say, "No, go ahead, try." It's magically sealed.
Oh,
Ooh,
oh, you devil, darling. And then to Whoosh says, you do a little shh, and it's like, "It's Lachlan tonight, darling."
Oh, Lachlan! I say very loudly, so people can hear. Lachlan, it's so great to see you. Oh, my good friend, you stand-up person. Just really helping lay it on thick.
So good to see you, Lachlan. I give you a big bear hug. Using two of the bear arms. I pick up two bear arms and use those to hug you.
Have those been cleaned?
You know the answer to that.
Hello.
I cast
Mr. Mint.
I press to digitize any soot or dirt or gore or blood off my immaculate coat.
It's good to see you, Mr. Mint.
Yes. Sorry, should have been more detailed. Tonight the name is Lachlan Sage, but yes. But I haven't gone by Prescott Mint. We can hush it up a little, but I haven't gone by that since our little endeavor. The thing, that little old thing with the dragon.
Oh, yes. We want a little privacy. Woosh is going to snap their fingers, and a little wind wall is going to come around them, help
There's
obscure
just
our voices.
immediately there is just a little tiny pocket of chaos as like things fly off the bar. Mac looks over like, "What the fucking hell are you doing?"
Oh, the arm surgery was fine.
Well, you weren't disturbing the pub, like.
Oh, yeah. Oops. I create I make it a little bit more contained. Oops. Sorry about that, Mac. A little pocket through.
Right then.
I have to ask, it might be fortuitous that you loves are here. What brings you all here? Because I know why I'm here this evening, but what has brought you all? It's quite the coincidence.
Well, I'm still an arms salesman.
I have a Pegasus now.
An arms dealer, you could call me. And
Oh,
I
fee
came
fi,
here.
one of these days.
Yeah, yes. I came here because needed a new appendage, and so. But it's funny you mentioned the dragon. I reach into the bag and I pull out this shining silver dragon arm that is so large that it shouldn't even be able to fit through the mouth of the bag. And I say, I kept it all these years, and then stuffed it back in.
Incredible.
Lovely.
I have a Pegasus now. I came here on a Pegasus.
Really?
Where are they?
Outside?
Ooh, I need to introduce him to Lupin. Oh my! Oh, they'll be lovely friends. You remember my giant owl, Lupin?
Yeah. Big owl. I
Oh,
remember.
yes.
Yes.
Of course, darling. I don't suppose you've all kept up with your fighting prowess.
Of course.
Wonderful. Excellent. As you see, I'm here this evening because I received a bit of a tip-off, as ludicrous as this may sound, that the public house may be the target of some malfeasance.
Someone wants to target Max Public? Are they in?
I had the same reaction, my dear Whoosh.
Oh, that's rich. That's hilarious. Are they okay?
I wish I had more detail on the matter, but it comes from a source. As you know, I have my sources. I am wont to trust, and so I figured I would investigate myself.
Well, that does sound very interesting. Tell me.
I still don't believe in coincidence. I actually came here because, and Hanlon will look at a pocket watch and put it back and say, in about 20 minutes or so, right out that sky window, there's going to be a constellation that I've been after for a couple of years now, the Morning Dragon. Actually,
Like early
kind of
daytime,
reminds
or
me,
like sad their friends are dead?
Exactly my
like,
question.
and Hanlon will pat Fee-Fi on the shoulder, like vanquished and grieving.
Ooh.
Sad
Well-
dragon. Melancholic dragon, as it were.
Lachlan, I do need to make sure. I do need to stay with my client here, and I pat Whoosh just to make sure that their body does not reject the appendage that was just attached. Because let me tell you, with these magical attachings, these magical graftings, a lot of things can go wrong. So if you wouldn't mind, if Whoosh and Lachlan, if you are planning some fisticuffs, I'd love to tag along.
I'm gonna come.
Wait, what?
I'm going.
And you can also follow along.
Buy me a drink first.
And you can
darling.
also follow along. As
I mean, I suppose if everybody else is going, I can.
Well, I mean,
Be here as well.
I intend to just sort of, what is it they say? Hang about and keep my eyes peeled for any trouble.
Yeah.
But, I mean, in the meantime, Lord, you all really jogged a memory of that day. That was something.
And as you start talking about that memory, you find yourselves kind of getting lost a little bit in the recollection of it all. And we drift back to a small village far to the north of here, in an area even north of the place called the Highlands. There's a chain of many small islands called the Thousand Islands, and there are a few villages up there, and one of them has recently called for aid. and you have all gathered here for different reasons. But we are about 5 or so years prior to this meeting in the tavern tonight. And you are all much younger, much greener in your adventuring, had a little bit of experience each, but importantly, none of you have met. You're answering a call. You're here at someone or somewhere's behest. And you're all here for different reasons. But you find yourself in the home of this lovely halfling woman. Her name is Rudia. Rudia. And she has spent the last few minutes preparing tea and looking a little bit almost intensely out the window on occasion. Hit the wrong sound cue. Whoops. But anyhow, as no, she does not, Rocat. But anyhow, Rudia is somewhat of a leader here that you've been introduced to as you've made your way into town. You saw on your way into town that there were bloody carts of what appear to be brutally slaughtered livestock. And you saw people kind of looking a bit downtrodden and frightened. Not much news comes from this part of the world. But each of you, in some way, shape, or form, found reason to come here. And were told along the way that this particular village was in need of assistance. So as we look around the room, just very briefly, describe what's different about your character now from what we just saw in the tavern. And we'll start with Whoosh.
Well, unfortunately, you don't have the bear arm at this point, but they are younger, more spry, a little. No, actually, honestly, their attitude is very much the same. They're very carefree, but they don't know to be as cautious with what they're doing. Whenever they, you know, whenever their curiosity strikes and they make some trouble. But also, their hair still is big, poofy, a big poofy afro. Their eyebrows resemble clouds. And they sort of they're not walking with the exact same amount of expert expertly placed steps. They're more like kind of grooving to a song that only they can hear.
Excellent. Caught me on the end of a peanut here.
Gotcha. I can keep going. I did forget to mention, Whoosh has sky blue eyes, pupilless. Their entirety of the eyeball appear to be bright blue skies with little specks of white in them that, to the casual observer, seem like clouds.
Beautiful. Fifi, what's different here?
So I would say same height, probably a little bit less buff because Fifi is quite buff, and significantly less gold. In fact, the only real gold that Fifi has is actually a single pendant of what, now that it's in an individual piece of gold, it looks like that orb thing, that idea of it being like an orb that was shattered and put into pieces. The pieces were like sort of connected together. It almost looks like a piece of an eggshell. And instead of gold being woven into his beard, it's the string that he uses to sew on arms. As he walks, and the wind blows through his bearded braids, you can hear harp music on the wind. And Fifi is, I don't think I specified, a hill giant who's carrying quite a large great axe, a large adamantine great axe. And he's looking this way and that, trying to see if his quarry is nearby. But I imagine that he spies. Are we just arriving in the town, or are we already present?
You are present in this woman's, like, it appears to be some sort of small shop that she also uses as like an office or a meeting space.
Then what Fifi would be doing is probably, I don't know how tall, because this is a halfling's shop, so I don't know if he's like just squatting in the corner, but as he's sitting there sort of absentmindedly rubbing his beard, and you can hear harp music coming from his beard as he listens intently.
It is like surprisingly roomy in here. I think you would still struggle a little bit at 7'5.5" or whatever, or 7'5 3/4. But it wouldn't be like, I mean, you probably like maybe duck out of instinct, but I think you could, if you wanted to, stand tall. It's probably like an 8-foot ceiling. And the I mean, so there's enough, space for the average humanoid to walk through here comfortably, despite it being an establishment owned by someone who is, barely 3 feet tall. And as you are kind of waiting to be addressed as Rudia puts on some tea, Hanlon, what do you look like now?
If Izuku Midoriya at the very beginning of the show was a black Boy Scout, that is Hanlon. It's just a mess of hair that's a little too wavy to be a fro, a lot of excitement, what scholars would call a punchable face, and he has just been writing every word that Rudy has been saying since he's been in the house.
Including like the filler words of just
Yes.
ho-humming around the house.
Absolutely.
Excellent. And Prescott currently.
Yep. Yes, Prescott Mint, as he's introduced himself, as a young man, human man, clean shaven, tanned, weathered skin, hair cropped very close on the sides and back, perfectly combed. His pale gray eyes kind of have a hint of mischief. It seems like the corners of his mouth are always on the verge of a smile. And wears a finely tailored gray overcoat, a posh white shirt and gray vest, tight bespoke gray pants, and matching light brown belts and boots. And no visible weapons of any kind on him.
And last but certainly not least,
Oh, me. Yeah.
Von Moore. Yeah.
Von Moore is a number of years younger, still a half dwarf. Has both of his arms. He's in plate, much more like basic, dinged up, like discount older brother's plate. He very much looks like he just got out of like the Adventuring 101, sword, shield, plate armor. Congratulations, you've chosen heavy.
Where's your 50 feet of hempen rope?
Yeah, exactly. And then as Rudia, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Rudia like hands Von Moore like this cup of tea, immediately spills it, juggles it, smashes the cup, just fucking I'm so sorry. Could I clean this somehow? And like starts looking around.
Prescott pulls out.
Okay.
Prescott pulls out a handkerchief, not a silk handkerchief, and hands it over. Like, here you go, darling.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mint. I appreciate it. I'll get this back to you.
Keep it.
Woosh is going to pick up the pieces and start casting mending on them. But they're gonna, if you allow, I'm gonna put a little spin on it, make the crack where the cracks were a different color, a pale white, so you can see them, make it artistic.
Like a Kitsugi style, but
if any clothes or rugs were sullied, I prestidigitation that away as well.
Cool. All right.
Just kind of very, very nonchalantly, kind of a little flick of the wrist.
I
Yeah,
tried to
you all-
prestidigitate the handkerchief clean, but I don't have any magic like that, so I think I just accidentally use a little bit of a burning smite and just. I'll get you another one. I can. Did you have any of the?
I have a bloke. I see. I've got a guy.
Farmore
Got a
goes and
handkerchief
stands in whichever corner is furthest away from the most brokeable things, folds their hands in their like fig leaf style, and just goes, "I'm ready to hear about the mission."
Right. And no worries, dearie. Everything's fine. But as she passes out tea, she's like an older female halfling. She's probably in her like 70s or 80s, which for a halfling, I mean, kind of just past middle age. And she looks tired in the way that someone can only look when they are taking care of everyone but themselves. And she begins to describe their problem. So, you see, years ago, before my time, there was before my time here at least, there was a dragon. A great ancient worm named Duldfar. And he terrorized this place, ruled it with an iron fist. Very few people chose to live here, and those who did were in some way responsible for keeping him appeased to whatever degree was possible. And somewhat inexplicably, I suppose, about 50 or so years ago, he was found dead. No one really knows quite what happened, but his cave was always guarded by an old servant of his, it seemed like, and as far as anyone knows, remains here to this day. Until recently, we started getting attacks, and this creature, this dragon that is attacking the village, bears a striking resemblance to Duldfar, but nowhere near the majesty of this old great drake, at least not from the descriptions and images that we had available to us. And she will actually like pull a portrait out from behind somewhere of like an artist's rendering of this great gigantic beast, this great
Ooh,
gigantic drake.
this is a beautiful rendering. Who did this? This is a marvelous piece. Not as good as something I could do, but still very nice.
She looks quizzically at that for a moment, but not anyone who's here now. There are the few people left here from that time, but and most of the people who are here now who were there then were young children at that point. And more recently, we've had attacks of livestock. Even a few of our people have been wounded. No one has died just yet, but I fear it's escalating. And this dragon just seemed to appear out of vaguely nowhere and began to terrorize the place like it belonged here the whole time. And frankly, the death of Duldfar is potentially the best thing that ever happened to this region. And yet, there is something strange about the magic here. And even as you had cast those like minor spells and cantrips a moment ago, you could clock that there was just something slightly off when you cast it. It didn't change the spell. It didn't do anything you didn't want it to do. You almost had to pull at a thread a little bit harder to get the magic to do what you wanted it to do.
Yes, I
And-
did feel some strange resistance. Normally, it doesn't take that much effort. Magic for me comes effortlessly.
We've had reports of I think the further north you go towards where Doltfar's cave is, um, I think the stranger things get. Part of the reason no one's ever gone to try and collect the hoard, um, which we assume is still there,
Really?
but it is dangerous, and the people here are humble farmhands. Some researchers, some just families who have lived here for generations. And so, what I'd like is for you all to seek out and perhaps rid us of this new draconic threat. And in doing so, I have made somewhat of a collection from the town. I have 2,500, roughly the equivalent of 2,500 gold pieces in valuables and small coin. But I can almost assure you, which is the reason I'm offering payment up front, is because I'm not truly sure that there there is a horde left, but because we haven't seen it. But if there is, it will far outweigh anything I could offer you.
So, are we keeping the hoard, or are you keeping the hoard?
Good question.
We, while we would perhaps appreciate getting some of our old things and belongings and potentially some wealth back that was taken from us over the centuries of that dragon's life, we have no use for riches here. These are people who mostly choose to live here because they want for none of the affectations of the city and all that comes with that.
You could open a bank.
I think that's exactly the thing most of the people here are trying to avoid.
Oh.
Honestly, it kind of seems like that's what the dragon is doing, but just against your will. You know,
Yeah,
you're,
the
you're
bank.
bringing us in to make a run on the bank.
Oh, a heist! I love it. Oh yes, this will be an exciting adventure.
Everyone else seems very excited.
Are you not? Sorry.
Oh no,
What
I
was your
am.
name?
I'm Von Moore.
Von Moore. Nice to meet you. I'm well, my name is Whoosh, but you can just call me Whoosh. It's kind of a mouthful.
Delightful.
Ooh, excellent. You hit the accent just right.
So,
I speak sign language.
so this dragon, do we have any idea of its powers? Does it have any minions? And the inside of the cave, are there any maps to where the horde might be, or where there might be little hiding spots, secret passages, entrances, so forth?
It's we don't have anything written of the cave itself. Um, the stories that we have had told to us tell of just most. It appears or would seem that it's mostly like a wide open cavern, more so than like a subterranean cave system. It's on an island. There's not terribly much space there, and when it has been seen, it's been flying into possibly a hole in the top of it, and flying into further into the base. Um, but we don't know too much about it. I mean, anyone who would have tried 50 years ago, and most of them, if any of them, did not make it back. Um, Now, I will say, we don't believe that this dragon is ultimately powerful. It appears to be very young by in comparison. We have speculated it could be some offspring of Dultfar that we were unaware of. But other than that, unfortunately, we haven't felt comfortable sending any of our townsfolk out. We don't really have the means to defend ourselves against any threat of a dragon, ancient or no.
Very well.
You
It
said you
sounds-
had researchers here in the village. Are there any that were around the time that Dulthar passed?
Oh no, they no one here is well, most of the folk who are here who are old enough to remember a time when Doltfar was still around were here long before that. And the researchers we have here now are more to do with the strange magic than anything that Doltfar left behind.
Very well.
It sounds then that we have all the information that you can give us. Is that correct?
I
And-
believe so.
And did you say, pardon me, did you say the color of the scales of the dragon?
I was just about to ask that. I need to know what sort of palette I need to, what paints I need if I'm going to recreate our epic adventure.
Well, it's interesting. Doltfar, from the stories at least, often visually presented as a white dragon. But all the reports we're seeing of this potential offspring lean more towards silver, which is not unheard of, but is different.
It's not as great as gold, I say absentmindedly. Gold shell.
Some would say it's second best to gold.
Woozes immediately start mixing paints to try and
Yeah.
make sure they have the correct palette.
It's an
that's quite
electrum
helpful.
colored dragon.
No, quite helpful, quite helpful.
And she, you're able to kind of gather basic supplies. You're not going to need to worry about any kind of, if it were to take you more than a day, you wouldn't need to worry about any sort of like hard tack or anything like that. Honestly, you could stop, you could pack a fresh lunch and stop for that at some point during the journey, and it would still hold well. I mean, it is very cold here. And as you, unless there's anything else. All right.
I'm satisfied.
Yes, I've already finished, and you see Woos has started painting on finished painting on one of the tables. Yes, I think I'm finished here. I'm ready to start.
Wonderful. As you depart from this place, fed if you'd like, given some hot tea, Von Moore eventually, Rudia comes around with like a stone mug with some tea in it that is far less breakable, and gives you something that's a little more stable to hold on to and consume.
Thank you.
As Von Moore's drinking it, Prescott will say, "You're doing great, darling."
Thank you.
You
How come he gets the special mug?
That's
You
true. We should all get mugs.
Yeah.
Would you all like special mugs?
Yes, please.
Actually, no. I'll use the one that he broke earlier. Now that one is special.
After you have some tea, some hot beverages, and you're perhaps fed this fine morning, you are bid farewell, and you set out across on your journey. You're essentially given a direction and not much else. Far to the northeast, essentially. You are in the foothills of some mountains, and you essentially are coming out of a densely wooded area onto a frozen Arctic coastline. And the cave itself, there is somewhat of an ice flow that you will have to traverse in some way. And then the cave system is on an island, one of the 1,000 islands that are out amongst this this region. Not far from the coast, very close by. It's not like a long trek, but it
I have
will
a
take some
question.
getting to. What is your question?
You mentioned that it's very, very cold here. So does that mean that we would need to be prepared with Thousand Island dressing?
Damn it, I was trying to think of that. I was trying to think of something for that this entire time, and you hit it right on the goddamn head, Jeremy. Well done.
You know what? In game, actually, take inspiration.
Yeah,
I give inspiration out very sparingly, but I simply must give it when I am fully just broken by a joke. Anyhow,
Well deserved.
now that we have our Thousand Island dressing,
So we step outside. What, she just kind of pointed a general direction?
no,
or-
I mean she gave some general
Okay.
like ideas of what the terrain is like moving out that way. There's not terribly much between you and your destination. Just some you're like in a opening by the foothills of the mountains.
Yeah.
By a
I
wood.
step outside. I put on like nice warm gloves, wrap a very expensive scarf around my neck. I don't suppose any of you folk have experience in ranging. No, too much.
A
to hope
little
for?
bit. I do have experience with some ranging tasks, guarding mainly, but I can climb things. I'm quite perceptive. You see, my vocation used to be back when I was home. I used to guard the base of a great stalk from which would occasionally descend very dangerous giants of a different kind than myself. I'm, of course, descended from hill giants. These cloud and even occasionally storm giants would descend. So we had to keep a very weather eye on the horizon, and sometimes even there would be threats from without as well. So I'm
Sorry, did you
pretty
say
good at
cloud?
that sort of stuff.
You say cloud giants?
Yes, cloud and storm.
Ooh, really?
Yes, even
Oh.
frost sometimes.
I will definitely have to visit sometime. That sounds interesting.
After
Yes,
thinking
please.
long and hard about your question, Fonmore throws a spear.
Oh, that was a lovely. I guess that was a lovely toss out. I meant
Ranging.
who should lead the
God
way,
damn it.
traversing the landscape.
I'll take the lead. I just step forward
to
proudly and start striding confidently.
wonderful
ahead.
Excelsior. On me.
I
I kind of tap Von Moore. She was like, "Don't forget your projectile on the way."
I trip 4
Retrieve that.
times going to get it.
May need
Sean, I have to ask.
Yeah.
What did you roll for your dex?
5.
So like fully impaired then.
Yeah,
That's
negative 3.
Kristen Applebee's.
I have 3 skills that have positive, or 3 abilities that have positive modifiers. What more
Oh
do you
my
need?
god.
Wow. Meanwhile,
You know,
Woosh-
after the 4th trip, the spear will just kind of come out of the ground with a mage hand on it and just hover to you. Just I'll be right behind you. It'll be okay.
Von Moore, you are a very, very fun individual to be around. Has anyone ever told you that?
Yeah, most people.
Oh, well, it's very true.
I have a 5 dex, but an 18 charisma, mate.
Ah,
Such
That's
a
awesome.
likable dude. You're just a
Very much
solid
so.
guy.
I know,
know?
there's just
Very
something
solid.
about
Rock
them. I
solid.
just
Just
Like
interior.
Weirwell? I'm solid.
Yeah.
yes.
Very
I
solid.
honestly can't describe it. It's
fabulous.
effervescent. I can't even. It's a lot of people. If you like them, you can describe why. Like they're attractive or they're charming. I couldn't describe it, but something about them. I just want to.
It's a magnetism, isn't it?
I
It's
want
like
them to feel like they're doing well.
yes, exactly. You're doing a
It's like-
great job, Von Moore.
It's like I can't get enough. I always want Von Moore.
Oh, I like you. I like you all.
Fifi, if you weren't leading this, I would make you go stand at the back of the formation.
I'd still be able to see over all of you.
I don't.
Just show I actually do move to the back of the group and start just pointing
Just to
my
prove
arm
a
out
point.
over everybody to point where we should go.
Von
to
Moore's
prove
never
a
felt
point.
better about himself. He's fully just inside life, just disassociating, walking behind whoever he's supposed to be behind, going, "That's right, mother. I am good."
Oh, my sweet baby.
Oh, sweet baby boy. As you hold on 1 second. As you hold on 1 second. Okay, there we go.
While this is happening, could I roll a perception or survival check?
Please
of some
do.
kind?
Please roll survival.
Okay.
And
One.
I would like
we all die, it's
everyone to
over.
roll perception
Got it.
in addition
So,
to that survival check.
I am good at
Jeremy.
that.
Okay. So
Or no, I'm
yeah,
not.
survival I got a 14. For perception I got a 24.
19 on perception.
13 flat.
30-20 perception.
4.
I gotta ask, what's your wisdom stat?
What's my wisdom? It's
Yeah.
at a -1, but I am trained in perception, so I have a +2.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, there you go.
I have like the skilled feat, the background feat skilled, so I'm trained in a bunch of stuff. It just doesn't get very high.
Gotcha. Love that.
Shout out to the 2 crew. Anyhow, that's a very good group perception check. As you are marching through this kind of coming out of this wooded area, you hear some strange sounds. At first you think it's wolves.
I think it's wolves.
And it takes a moment,
No, wait.
but it's not quite the same.
No, it's not quite the same as
Oh,
wolves.
you're right.
You're
Pitch is
killing
slightly
me.
different.
You're killing me. You recognize the sound of creatures that you know to be out here, but aren't often found around people, just for their own safety as much as anyone else's. But you see, as you kind of peer through the trees and look towards the sound, you see 2 yetis.
Ah,
Do they see us?
With that perception check,
abominable.
it looks like they've been tracking you.
Ooh.
Interesting.
And
But they don't know that you've seen them.
right. And I'm one of the ones that is able to spy upon them.
As a group, you're able to know
You're
that
able to
they're there.
Then I'll turn to the group and say, "Now, folks, we could turn this into sort of a reverse ambush scenario. Maybe the Yetis come in peace, but maybe not. Should perhaps we let them get a bit closer and then we jump them and then find out what the deal is?"
Are we close enough? How far are we from the dragon's lair, do you suspect? Because I was thinking if we could string them along until we get to the lair, we could kind of use them as fodder.
But what if they're
Ooh.
friendly Yetis?
Oh, that is a good point.
I don't think it's very friendly
You want me to go ask?
to stalk someone
Maybe
without
they're
their
shy.
knowledge. That is fair.
Tell you what. And then, without finishing that sentence, Woos is going to sort of casually walk over as if they're inspecting a tree and try to stealth.
Okay. Roll a stealth check.
Okay. Thank you for expertise. That's a 16.
Okay.
Rolled a 5.
Boosh has abandoned us.
Snow has claimed them.
No. I kind of whisper. No.
I don't know what happened. Whoosh just walked off into the snow by himself. No, I'm with you,
It's-
Von Moore. This is bad.
Is this
They
everyone's
seemed
first
happy.
mission?
They seemed so happy.
You've
You're
all
gonna-
quested before, yes? Hold on. Raise your hand if this is your first time doing a quest.
It shouldn't be anyone's. You're level 5.
I've
I
quested
was gonna say
before.
Hanlon's been like subtly practicing a hand gesture to ready a firebolt as the little strategy has been going on.
Yeah. Whoosh, as you move towards them, they don't see you coming. What do you do?
I want to try and get a look at them, see if do they have weapons, are they drawn, are they trying to I want to kind of get an idea of their intention.
So one thing you would know about Yeti, they are more intelligent than your average beast, but they like aren't like humanoid in any way, right? Aside from the fact that occasionally you will find them walking on 2 legs.
Gotcha.
The thing that you notice about that, in fact, make a. You can give me perception or you can give me medicine.
Ooh, I think they're both going to be plus.
Actually,
0.
sorry, nature or medicine.
Oh, I will go with nature. It's only a 13.
On a 13, you notice that they are thinner than they should be.
Interesting.
And then you make the connection. A dragon has been eating everything in sight.
Okay. In that case, going to step back away from them, not revealing themselves, but are going to go back to the group, and they're going to They're going to write something on a piece of paper, fold it into a paper airplane, and try to use the read the wind and toss it over to Prescott with that information.
Okay. Yeah, so Prescott, you get this little paper airplane, this paper glider, this paper bird, whatever we'd like to call it that's not an airplane.
Oh, right. Yeah. Bird. Yeah.
A
falcon.
Paper falcon. There we go.
Based on the origin of the airplane, when it appears and becomes, I guess, would it be invisible? Whoosh isn't invisible, just stealth.
Just stealth, yeah, just hidden. You would get a direction that they're in based on where this flies in from.
Like, could I cast message?
Yes.
Okay. And so, everyone else doesn't hear this, but Whoosh, you hear in your head, excellent observation, darling. Just think your response back. Sorry, by the way. I've kind of just implanted my voice in your mind. Sorry, you should. I don't know. I don't know how else to warn you, but here we are. You can reply back to me, by the way, if you have anything you need to add. Any detail that didn't fit on
You can respond to
the
this
missive.
message.
Good message, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, please don't apologize. You have a wonderful voice. This is a very interesting sensation. But yes, they seem rather hungry. I guess we could settle this some manner of ways, but it seems pretty obvious to me that they intend to eat us. I've seen enough bandits attack my family's traveling merchant co-op when I was younger to recognize desperation, I think.
I could give him a horse. No, wait, shit. I'm not in this conversation. It's in people's brains. Bye.
I wish I could.
Yeah, Prescott, do you share the note with everyone?
Yes. I will say out loud in a whisper. Our dear friend, Whoosh, has made the observation these appear to be sort of emaciated, starving, yet high. Perhaps they're just very hungry because everything, like a giant winged monster, is eating everything in the vicinity. I don't know if there's a way to use that to our advantage. I don't know if we could communicate to them that we're here to eliminate that problem, but
I could give him a horse.
does anyone have... I've heard of a spell that's some arcane wielders called Speak with Animals. I don't suppose any of you are in possession of such ability.
Unfortunately not.
I have sort of a way with animals, but I've never spoken to one. But Von Moore, you mentioned having a horse. Is
Yeah,
the horse
I could give him a
alive?
horse. I mean, it will be, yeah.
Where is the
It
horse?
feels.
Magic? It's in the magic, I think.
You can summon a magic horse and let them eat it?
Yeah.
That
I mean, it'll
begs
suck
an
from a
interesting
horse, but
question.
like, I'll just get
Yeah.
a different one next time.
Will it
like a
actually provide
win-win.
sustenance?
Anyone who'd like to can make an Arcana check for me.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh yeah, with my -1.
I just buy that entirely.
Oh, I rolled like dog shit though. 11.
For a second,
I
I thought
don't
that was
think
in 20.
Woost
It was
Woost
in
is
fact a
hearing
5.
this. I
Joey,
think they're
what's
actually
that?
busy sketching.
Joey,
So 26.
a 26.
Ooh!
Von Moore with a 4. A Von 4, if you will.
I'm on 4.
So you think, based on your understanding of magic, it is likely that the magic could create a horse that is edible and would feel as though it is providing sustenance for a time. Essentially, it would, at the very least, it would distract them for an hour.
It could potentially work, but I think I would like to try something if I may. Hanlon will raise 2 hands up and kind of decide on like the angle and the size, and then remember silver. Okay, but a little bit younger. Let's try this. And I'll cast Minor Illusion, and I will choose to create a sound. And I would like to replicate a dragon's roar about 20 feet to the east in the tree line.
Interesting. Make a. I'm going to ask for a spell casting check here. So whatever your like spell attack would be.
Wonderful. 26.
Damn.
Wow. First of all, Salty Spice 181, take inspiration. Second of all, on a 26, you are able to not only magically approximate the sound that a dragon of a younger age would make, something similar to what this apparent kin of Doltfar would make, but you manage to position it in such a way that the sound sends these Yeti into a different direction than where you are now. They seem to not want to be there if this Drake is on the hunt. And you have solved my Yeti puzzle.
Oh, yes. Hello, everyone. Hanlon the, I don't have a title yet, 69th Sage Triumvirate of the Circle of Angles.
Nice.
See,
What is that? That's wonderful.
Nice.
appears right
That's some
behind
kind
you.
of
and says,
math
that was
club.
brilliant.
Yes, very, very big fan of math.
Oh,
Oh,
I do enjoy applied math a bit, but sometimes those towers get a bit stuffy for my taste. But that was very well done.
What's math?
Hanlon
oh dear.
goes prone for a second.
Hanlon, no!
Well, the funny thing is they're not asking what math is because they don't know what mathematics is. They're asking it because they expected you to hear maths. It needed to be
No,
pluralized.
I don't think. I think numbers. I think numbers is heard of like. I think Von Moore's heard of like numbers or sums. He's never heard of math.
You know how there were 2 Yeti? Yeti? And now
Of
there
course.
are no Yeti.
Yetipodes.
That math, that's called subtraction. There were 2. We subtracted 2 of them from being... Oh,
Oh, yeah,
Hanlon,
yeah.
actually. All credit to
Yeah,
Hanlon.
I mean, I saw him,
Hanlon
yeah.
subtracted 2 of them from being a problem.
Are
Now
you
he
talking about
has 0
sums?
Yeti.
You talking about doing sums?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like a negative sum, like a reverse
Well, yeah,
sum.
of course. There's negative sums. You just have to take something from the negative side of the number line. Come on.
Oh, so you're not familiar with...
I
Interesting.
need to write a thesis about you at some point.
and I must simply draw you and then paint you.
Oh, don't tell me you come from a land where they do common core.
It's important for the development of number sense, you see.
You can't take 2 from 3. 2 is less than 3, so you look at the 4 in the tens place. Now you take.
See, I learned from one of my sets of parents about the mathematics just by running the finances. That's mainly how we did it, and it suited our needs just fine.
Yeah, I'm real good at subtraction, and I'll pat my sword.
Wow, good to know.
What you did that.
Oh, Von Moore.
We shall see, won't we,
Moore.
darling?
Who else but Von Moore?
Classic Von Moore. Could I have been, as we're having this conversation, because is it snowy? It's snowy, right?
Oh, very much so.
Could I, as we're having this conversation, sort of spread my arms around the group and been sort of pushing us through the snow?
Right.
Because I don't want us to still be out here, and there's probably more dangerous stuff.
Right.
And yeah, can I just have been pushing us towards the lair?
Yeah,
Woo
you can
says
do that for sure.
relaxing your arms. Woos is not walking. They were just fully relaxing your arms, letting it go.
I'm just sort of carrying the group, sort
you're
of dragging
so
your feet through the snow.
Literally carrying the team. I get division at level 7. Incredible.
I'm a division wizard.
Nice. Very nice.
Wonderful. As you continue to kind of step out of this like lightly wooded area now, you find yourself by the coastline. And there are a number of, you see some large, like solid pathways over the ice, but you do see within that, there are a handful of spaces where things get a little dicier. And I didn't mean to do that, but they are going to get dicey, as we're going to have a couple of skill checks here.
Ooh, all right.
So what we're going to do, there are 5 of you. We're going to make some group athletics or acrobatics checks. Each individual one of you can choose which one you're going to do, athletics versus acrobatics. The DC is 15. 3 of you need to pass. As we go through this little skill challenge, you need to succeed 3 times, and there are consequences for failing.
All right, I'll do athletics.
Wonderful.
Acrobatics,
And you don't
please.
even necessarily need to tell me which one, but if you would like, you can describe kind of how you're going about this, and then we'll roll as a group and move on to the next.
My initial roll is a 24.
Okay.
Sorry, DC's 25.
Oh,
17.
15 on the button.
Von Moore presents a 19.
Wow.
We found one of the 3 skills.
Justin, unfortunately, I only got a nat 20, so that's gonna be a 28.
Okay.
Oof,
That
rough
pass.
day.
Yeah, sorry.
Nat 20.
Dicey.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Good
I just
to
forgot
know.
to make it.
Yeah, you have no problem with this first little ice flow here. You're able to find a path where you have just large swaths of just single, dense, thick layers of ice. And Fifi, you would normally feel a little bit trepidatious on some of this, but it is so cold here. You're looking at like, in most places on this first kind of block of ice as you head out over the water, like 16-inch deep blocks of ice in the water. So very, very sturdy. You know, you're able to kind of walk across this with relative ease. As you continue forward, we're going to need another set of rolls. Is anyone else doing anything specific as we walk through here?
I have, because of my powerful build or my large build, my carrying capacity counts as like one size larger. So if anyone is if anyone fails, can we say retroactively that I carried them? Because I just got a natural 20 as well.
On a natural 20, you certainly can do that. So we'll
Yeah.
count that as 2 successes. Everybody else, let's see what you got.
24.
And where you
21.
saw one set of footprints, that's where Fifi was carrying you.
So here's the thing.
Oh no.
That's a nat 1 for Hanlon.
Okay.
Come into my arms.
23.
I pick
Okay.
you up, I carry you, I cradle you like a baby, and I look down at you and I say, "You're a shining star."
Hanlon, you are getting a little bit distracted. You guys are walking towards the edge of one of the ice flows. You're having to make step between a couple of different cracks and everything like that.
Mhm.
And you look up into the sky, and it's about dusk now.
Mm,
And you're starting to see the first little bits of starlight out here. And you hadn't really had an opportunity because even in the village, I mean, there was minimal light pollution, but still enough that you're not seeing the fullness of the night sky. And yet here you are in the very beginnings of it, and you're getting a little bit lost. And as you are just fully about to step, like without even looking down at the ground, just walk into the water, you are scooped in one arm
thank you.
by
Yes.
Fifi.
Rest your arm in the crook of my arm. Rest your head in the crook of my armpit. Don't worry, I'm wearing so
Raise
many
your
layers.
armpit
You
just
won't be
a
able
little
to
bit,
smell a
and
thing.
I'll
Yes.
pull out a sketch pad.
Seeing
Okay,
this,
go for it,
Woosh just was like, "Oh no, I'm falling too."
I cradle Whoosh as well. Like, wow, you're as light as a feather.
Prescott will fall in by Woosh's head, whether it's like off, like, darling, don't be so thirsty. Rein it in a little.
Oh, come on. I just have a lust for life.
And I have big, powerful arms.
You do. You really do. Can you flex a little bit more right here? I just want to feel that. Ooh, yes.
I got my boot out of the mud.
Oh,
Incredible.
excellent
How did you
work,
find
Von Moore.
mud?
That was great. Excellent
Where
work,
was-
Mom.
Yeah, how did you
Where
find
was the
mud
mud?
on these like blocks of ice? That's incredible.
Von Moore
It's been
found
stuck
it.
in the mud for a long time. I brought it with me. Just like a big clock.
Press to digitize the mud off the boot.
Oh, that would have been
Turns out
easy.
80,000 years old. Absolutely lost their boot in the mud before the current, like before the plates.
The current
shifted.
topography.
Yeah.
Oh, this isn't my boot at all.
Turns out it's a magical artifact of unparalleled power.
It was
Just
one
talking.
half of a set of boots of striding and springing.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyhow, as you all begin to get closer to your destination, you can see this like large island formation not far away from you now. You're probably maybe another 30 minutes from arriving there if you keep your current pace. Those of you who cast magic that is not divine, you begin to feel almost a sort of tingle in this area. Anyone who'd like to can of those of you casting arcane magic can make an Arcana check for me.
I look down
4.
at the two in my arms and say, is there magic in the air, or are you two just happy to see me?
I think I'm just happy to see you. That's a 9.
Ah,
29.
Damn.
Incredible.
I rolled a 4. I just think it's a side effect of the cold.
Look who brought a wizard to a charisma caster fight. As you begin to feel this sensation, it is appropriate that you are the one noticing what's happening here. This is a kind of magic that you've not felt before, but man, you've read a lot of books. You've read so many books. Books are kind of your thing, right? And you remember reading about strange forms of magic. Things that aren't of this plane. And you know about the divine. That's easy. You see that all the time.
Mhm.
This is different. It has been many centuries since the presence of the Fae was felt in Elmira. But you recognize this strange, like almost like warm spring breeze of a tingle of magic. And you're not quite sure what that means just yet. But what you do know is that there is some either remnant or leaking, seeping presence of the Fae here. And that's not something that you thought existed in the world still.
Hanlon will stop in his tracks, put away his current book, take out a different book that is much older and dustier, and jot a note, take a scrap from it, hold it up to some stars in the sky, and cast Mage Armor, and just get a grand smile and say something is different about this place. I love adventure.
Wonderful.
So do I.
And I'm going to ask for your third set of rolls. I should increase this DC because fuck me, Jesus Christ.
Don't punish us for doing well.
Look, we can't help it that we're.
I
Excellent.
didn't say I should increase this DC. I should have increased this
Oh.
DC.
I misheard.
Yeah.
26.
That's 16.
12.
24.
15.
Okay. It's a little more difficult travel. The closer you get to this island, the more the ice is broken up and the more it is mobile. Fifi, you are sturdy of build and very well balanced, which is the only thing protecting you right now, as you're having to in some cases make sure you're only walking one leg at a time on certain blocks of ice that would fall beneath the surface under your weight. But you're able to manage it, and collectively you're able to cross onto solid ground as you have completed my skill kind of challenge. There was some nasty fucking effects.
It was
falling into the water.
I
I'm sure
commend
it worked.
the effort. We just happened to roll like monsters.
Up to and including levels of exhaustion here.
Somebody go back and fail real quick.
One more. Try acrobatics this time.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, acrobatics. I got you. I was actually going to say, if you mandated that you couldn't use acrobatics, like they couldn't use them back to back, most characters would then have a harder time.
That's a good call.
Ooh, that would
I
have
will
been.
keep that in mind.
I have a -2 to athletics.
Sorry, I'll take my game designer hat and throw it the fuck away.
Von Morneau! It's gonna be lost in the mud!
The mud!
Can I mage hand try and catch it?
Yes, you can absolutely do that. You see now this entryway into this cavern, and you look at the island itself. It looks initially like solid ground throughout and like almost just a hill in the middle of the sea. This is not like an island that would take you days to traverse. You can see the other side of it, like, or you can see where it turns around this larger hill to where you know roughly where the boundary of this island is going to be. It's within your field of vision. But as you look into what appears to be an entry, like a crack that goes deeper into this cavern, that goes all the way to the top of this little hill area, and you can almost see in the back like sparkling white light as you push through.
Oh, this is beautiful. Wu starts sketching in order to memorize the scene so they can paint it later.
seeing things like this makes me wish that I had a better understanding of the arcane or the spiritual, because this is real magic.
Now, where's that treasure?
Yes. I pull out my great axe. Yes.
You begin to walk towards this cavern, this crevasse, and you don't hear any sign of this dragon. It could be out hunting, it could be out doing any number of great and terrible things. But as you enter into the cavern, you find yourself in a wide open space through this crevasse.
Can I do something real quick?
You absolutely may.
As we're going through the cavern, Whoosh is going to stop for a second and pull out their all-purpose tool, which in its current form looks like a handle with a trigger on it. It is silver metallic, and it's got a little insert. They're going to take out a specially made ink vial and put it in there. And shove it in there using the paints they mixed, the kind of whitish silverish, and they're going to pull the trigger and cast Gust inside the vial, and they're going to start spray painting their insignia on the sides of the cavern.
Just throwing some tags up. Let's go,
Oh,
Big D.
Whoosh was here, just putting like their insignia, which is like a cloud stylized version of their name. It makes more sense in Primordial. But
Right.
those who speak that they can see like Whoosh. Basically, it just says Whoosh.
Incredible.
One more takes a small like vial and just goes, horse. It shatters. It shatters, and there's a like a puff of green smoke.
Oh no!
And then standing there is a horse that looks like it was made by Hephaestus, like a very like forge god made horse. And I'm like, the horse moves over a little bit, and then and then the horse just kind of tries to bring attention to your painting. If anybody looks in that direction, it's just like.
I guess about horsepower.
While we're walking, because this place
So we're just throwing stealth out the window, yeah?
looks like it.
You've
This
shattered a
place is made-
vial and said horse quite loudly.
This place is made of stone and snow, right? Or is it just all stone?
A little bit of both, yeah. I mean, it's stone covered in snow for sure.
Okay. I carry with me an adamantine axe, which in emergencies was meant to be used on the beanstalk that I was guarding. Could I attempt to like get a
Kill the horse?
could I
Yes,
attempt
you
to
may.
no, could I attempt to get a read of the weak spots, the vulnerable spots in this cavern, so that if need be, I can smash my axe into the side of the wall and attempt to cause a controlled cave-in on the dragon?
Can I help with that?
Give me nature or survival with advantage.
Okay, we're gonna do survival. I'm using. Is there a DC? Or am I just rolling?
You're just rolling for the moment.
All right, cool. That is on my dice roll app. I don't know if you can see. I rolled a 19 and then a 20. So that's the natural 20 plus 6 is a 26.
Holy shit!
Oh, okay. So I saw 39. I was like, how do you?
Yeah,
I
have
did
that
too. I
level
was like,
5?
fuck
No.
me.
39 is 19 plus 20.
But a
so...
natural 20 for a 26. So you see a couple of things. One, this is not a closed cavern. When you make your way towards the entry, you see a kind of circular opening towards the top of the domed, kind of carved out domicile here. But what you do see are a number of different ways that you could trigger a collapse that, while not necessarily 100% preventing something from exiting that can fly, like a dragon that lives here. You could make this place inaccessible to just about anybody else who is not a very skilled kind of climber or boulderer.
Spelunker.
Okay. And
You could
in
turn
a-
this place into Boulder Dash.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so if need be, I can try and bring down part of the cave onto the dragon, or or impede its escape. Even if it could escape, maybe slow it down a little bit.
Potentially, yes.
Okay. Then I turn to the rest of the crew and I say, "Ooh, I feel the stones singing in my bones." And I start like menacingly scraping my axe against the stones as we walk.
Okay,
through
so
the
we're
cavern.
just fully just gonna
Look,
no
that guy
surprise.
threw a horse out of a bottle.
we're just no.
Stealth
Okay.
is long gone, baby.
I lean over to
I
Hamlin
brought my
and I say,
tambourine.
should we fix his bones? His bones.
No, I think sometimes the bones are supposed to sing.
Oh.
As you walk into the cavern, you immediately see on the far side piles of gold.
Oh
You
my.
see a veritable smorgasbord of potentially useful magical items. You see gold, you see copper, you see silver, you see even a few pieces of like outdated currency that isn't really used in the world anymore. And you see all of this, and then from behind you at the entrance to the cavern, you hear
Oh,
Hello?
turn around.
I don't recall the master sending out invitations.
Sorry,
I am the master now.
You
Yeah,
are
actually,
decidedly
that's-
not.
Von Moore is the master. I don't know what to tell you.
Prove it.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh fuck.
Oh. What do we see anyone?
Everyone or just Von Moore?
Von Moore.
Do we see anyone?
You
Not this
see
Von Moore.
a kobold.
Oh, Cobalt. Sorry.
That is a 12.
You say prove it, and you get to and are frozen in in place.
Okay.
You cannot like move, you cannot speak, you are paralyzed as if by the hold person spell.
Do we see the kobold do that to
The
Von Moore?
kobold did not move.
Von Moore,
Hmm.
why did you
Okay.
stop mid sentence?
I have my hands in my pockets because it's cold. I meant my overcoat's kind of buttoned up too. Just turn around, big smile. Hello. Lovely to make your acquaintance. I'm sorry, I did not catch your name.
I am Shrindin.
Shrindin, I loved that name. That is so delightful. It just rolls off the tongue. My name is Mint, Prescott Mint. It is wonderful to make your acquaintance. I don't want to offend. Do you shake hands?
I do not.
Oh, okay. This is why we ask. Friends, yes. How are you? How was your day?
Well, I was better before some upstart adventurers wandered into my master's cave.
Adventurers. Shrindin, do I look like an adventurer?
Do I look like I was born yesterday? And you see this kobold is impossibly old.
Okay. I have to admit, I'm not an expert in kobold physiology. So, for all I know, I don't. You look wonderful. You could be an adolescent, a youth.
Oh yes, indeed. You do have a certain spryness to you. I can tell that you may be up there in years, but you're young at heart.
A few hundred
Earlier
years
years.
ago, I might have stood for flattery. Not anymore.
Do you
What
prefer
are
to
you
sit down
doing
for it?
here? Just kind of looks at you with side eye and like tries not to laugh, but that was very funny.
I offer my arms if Shrinden wishes to be held.
They seem to be propped up on like a cane, and they seem to be comfortable there.
I kind of just point little finger, kind of inch point over at Ron. Like, did you do that? Do you suppose we could undo that? Or what was, did you do that or was it something of they said something out of order and there was an effect, an enchantment, or
I thought he was posing.
As you're asking about the condition of your new traveling companion, Shrinden looks over at him, looks back to you, and Von Moore, the effect fades. Only lasts a minute anyway.
I will just kind of turn toward Von Moore, make eye contact, and just and put my finger to my lips, go.
So
What
that
are you
Shrinden,
doing
who
here?
is the master of this cavern?
Yes, that.
The master has been gone for quite some time, but recently he has come home again.
Oh, so there is an owner of this land. So sorry, you were looking for an explanation. I apologize. My name is Jonathan Rosemary. I am a wealthy minor noble from the mainland. I am into real estate speculation. These are my personal bodyguards. We were told this was uninhabited land. I greatly apologize for that. We haven't. So this.
I absolutely
illegal...
need a deception check.
Moose tries to look as tough as possible with their rail thin body.
I
think Von Moore has done enough to prove that he's a dumb guard, and therefore have given the help action.
There you go.
Would otherwise have disadvantage. I'll let it cancel out.
Yes.
That is a 21.
Looks. I'm gonna roll here.
Oh shit.
Ooh, boy. Let me see.
Oh lord.
He's wizened, but is he wise enough?
Wizened and wizened. Interesting. Kind of looks at you quizzically. Well, I am sorry to inform you that no one who lives here would like to do business with anyone else at the moment. The master's hungry. He's gone out to hunt.
Would your master
Like a deer, an elk, perhaps even a moose?
Perhaps.
Bow and arrow.
Oh, you're paused, Sean. Or you're
Oh no, Von Moore's not saying anything.
They're
Von Moore's
acting.
not. Yeah, I'm acting.
Oh,
Von Moore's not saying anything. He's just
sorry.
very excited that somebody might mention horse.
Oh. I gotta pick up on that. Just on what they're saying. Horse, maybe? Is the master. So who is the master? Would love to meet. I mean, love what they've done with the place. Obviously, they're very successful in business.
You see. Actually, really quick before I answer that, make a perception check. Anyone can.
Whew, I want fire. It's
Only an
18.
11 for Fee-Fi.
17.
10 for Von Moore.
I'm really looking forward to combat with those good rolls. It's gonna be like,
Right.
just 2s, 3s, and 4s.
What'd you have?
I had an 18.
Okay. On a 17 and an 18, the two of you see riddled throughout the gold and the coin, something that doesn't quite make sense. The master, of course, has always been the master here, the great Doldfar. But
Sure,
you
look,
see, as you were just told that this Doltfar died half a century ago. And you're not sure necessarily why this guy's talking about that. And then all of a sudden you look a little closer and you see that that strange thing you see among the gold is bone. Great massive bones.
Yeah, I share a look with Prescott, just sort of like I clocked it too.
I share a look with Hanlon, just kind of like, do these ones sing?
You can go ahead. You keep saying different names. Prescott, you can go ahead and, if you'd like, make an insight check based on this conversation.
Yeah. There it is. That's a 4 + 4, 8.
Yeah, it does not occur to you immediately why or what would be the case potentially talking about Doltfar when you can kind of see what you're assuming is probably what remains of Doltfar.
I'm gonna message. So Whoosh and I made eye contact. I think we both clocked that we both saw the same thing. I'm gonna message Hanlon because Hanlon has shown themselves to be pretty book smart. And so Hanlon, you just hear in your mind as I'm just smiling at Shrindon, but Hanlon, you hear Prescott's voice in your mind, like, I think they're the bones of a giant dragon underneath all the treasure. Perhaps the true master of this kobold. I wonder if we were to somehow show that. Do you think they might be? Oh, I kind of will point and kind of like mentally describe where where we see it. Whoosh and I saw it, and then like I wonder. I'm afraid it could make them go quite mad, maybe, or perhaps in denial, or perhaps they say, "Oh, this current dragon is an imposter and join our side."
So before you answer that, message requires a material component.
I was going to say, can I distract the kobold?
I
Just
think this is once laid, once played.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's fair.
And you, in the casting of the spell, I believe it's material and somatic components. So you are essentially having to make some sort of like hand gesture with the material. If you were not using an arcane focus, it would be like a little copper
can I make
wire.
a deception check and say,
I'm gonna ask that you make a sleight of hand check with disadvantage.
Okay.
It's not something that you're proficient in doing, disguising your magic just yet.
With disadvantage, it's a 16.
Okay, on a natural 20.
Woo!
Shrindon doesn't look over at you, but you hear in your own head, without him moving, a very subtle, simple trick, young one. I wouldn't try it again. Speak plainly.
Okay. I'll just say out loud. Okay, so my friend and I might have noticed something that might be of interest to you. In the whole, in the riches. I think I'm gonna say something. I may regret it, but I think honesty is the best policy. I always say that. I look at Von Moore. Big one.
Oh
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Prescott always
Yep.
says
More.
that.
I always
Which
say
is
that,
going to
right?
step
Yeah,
5
right,
feet back.
Yeah,
Divine
I would say
sense.
honesty. If old Jonathan Rosemary, as they say, as honest as they come. I think, Mr. Shrindon, you may the current supposed owner may not be who you think they are, because can I don't want to touch anything. It's not mine. Does not belong to me or my friends. You've got bones in your gold.
What? No, I'm just kidding. Shrindon turns to you. Did I say? Oh, bother. Doltvar, my master of old, is long since departed, as you may have just noticed. Von Mort, you said divine sense. Can you remind me what that does in the new stuff? Is it any different
Yeah,
from
I
the
got
old
you.
divine sense?
I don't think that it's bonus action. You can open up your awareness. Celestials, fiends, and undead in 10 minutes, incapacitated until I have incapacitated. No, the creature within 60 feet of myself. Creature type. Detect the presence or any place of object that has been
But
consecrated.
it's specifically Celestials, Fae, or Celestials, Fiends, and Undead.
Yep.
Okay. You do not sense any of those presences, but you do sense things that are extra planar.
I was just kind of checking to see where my horse was.
Ah, yes. Your
I
horse
left him
is
by the door, and if there's
yeah.
like a hungry dragon, then
Your
we'll
horse
run down.
is, just around outside and still there for the moment.
Excellent. Good to know.
For the moment. And as Shrinden looks back at you, sorry, I have been around for a long time. Sometimes the memory gets away from me. I meant to speak of his son, Volda.
Ah,
He returns soon, I think.
and
Oh.
do you like working for the sun? I mean, sometimes, right? It's like the second generation. You have the first generation who gained the wealth through through like work and ingenuity, and then you kind of have that next generation that inherited, real nepo wormling. If you
See
know
a
what I'm
Nepo
saying.
dragon.
Yeah, and sometimes they don't. They're a little entitled about it, and they feel like how has that been for you working with the sun? Are they?
I think you talk too much.
They're telling me that even though they're telling me that all the time. Aren't you, Fee-Fi? Especially, I would point and I would point back, but then up because Fee-Fi's.
Can I, as I'm being pointed to, could I have been like getting a read on this kobold? I want to roll insight to see. I gather that the kobold is likely is a servant, probably an ancient servant who's served these dragons for who knows how long. Might even be being kept alive by their draconic.
Yeah,
magic.
make an insight check.
Basically, what I want to tell is there any realistic way that we're going to be able to get anywhere with this kobold without just ending its life or beating it until it gives up? That is my thought. That is a 5.
That is a 5. No fucking clue what's going on with this guy. Yeah, and I think more so than that, this is what you have seen, even on a 5, is devotion. You know what that looks like.
Mm-hmm.
It's something people of your own home have exhibited. Perhaps even with that degree of assurance and even perhaps to go as far as zealotry.
Shrinden, can I ask you a question? Goliath, the kobold.
Looks up at you.
Is there any reason that you would consider abandoning your master, or even allowing your master to face, let's say, poor fortunes under any circumstances, if you had any say in the matter?
I was hoping you would suggest such a thing. It has been some time since young Woldov has had to really show his skill. And I was hoping you would be willing to speak with me just long enough for the young man to return. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Let's do it.
And
I have
Shrinden in front of you disappears.
Oh, fuck.
Should
Yeah.
have just killed the little shit.
I have a dirty 20, but I have the alert feat, so if need be, I can switch with somebody on this first turn.
Incredible. By the way, in the encounter builder, if I accidentally say Philomena, it's because that's where your initiative is being tracked, Jeremy. Because I don't think we ever got BFI into the D&D Beyond.
Point of
I'm
character
in the
development.
campaign. I'm in the campaign.
Oh, my bad. I never switched it.
Point of character development. Prescott will forever be much quicker to just resort to violence instead of what he thought. He was so sharp-witted and so silver-tongued, and he will forever be like much quicker to resort to just killing the obstacle.
Right. Obstacle removal.
The
Yeah.
adventurer
Exactly.
way.
Philomena Fulcrum is my mom's name.
Von Moore, what'd you get?
You're muted.
With a 7 on the dice, I got a 4 initiative.
Oh Lord.
Incredible.
Okay.
And with a 4 on the dice, Tink got a 5 initiative.
Incredible.
So there, you could theoretically get -2 on some rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the Kristen Appleby's special.
Including my sling attack.
I
I can
No,
do
you have a
-1 or
sling?
-2 damage on slings.
Oh my God.
Incredible. Whoosh, what'd you get?
15.
Hanlon.
13.
Okay. And Prescott.
13.
Excellent. Prescott, you do have the higher dex. I'm going to put you at 14.
Okay.
And then where's my, there we go. Oh boy. Oh no. Okay. Well, actually, that's not the worst thing in the world for me.
Oh, for you, I was worried.
At least none of your
Yeah, I
characters.
thought that
have
oh no was for
-3.
us.
Incredibly, both of them are going after you all, but I think that actually works out in my favor in this particular case. Because you have not seen this dragon appear yet.
Shit.
And Shrinden just disappeared in front of you.
Hey, there aren't going to be any like. You wouldn't call this like a lair, would you? Just
Oh no.
Not for the age of dragon that this is. Unfortunately,
I was like,
unfortunately
the
for
literal
you,
definition of like
this would potentially become this dragon's lair. They are too young to have defined those powers around themselves.
you are a kind of benevolent DM.
Yes, thank you.
And Wizards of the Coast has it in the stat block that they don't get those. So, you know. In any case, we are going to start with. I was about to say Philomena again.
Mommy.
We're gonna start with Fifi.
Okay, so we hear the wings approaching. Can I tell approximately how far away the wings are?
Within a round.
Oh, okay, so it'll arrive here within a round. Is there... My passive perception is 16. Do I have any indication of if Shrinden turned invisible or teleported to some other part of the room, can I tell where they might be?
Interesting point of fact. With that passive and with some rolls that have been made throughout this, as you look down where they were standing in the snow, there are no footprints. He was never there.
Son of a.
We've been had! I hear the wings approaching. I look at the party and I say, look, maybe I can buy us some time. And I look at the bones and I say, I'll get one of those arms if it's the last thing I do. And I'd like to enter a rage.
Incredible.
Yes. And as I rage, I would like to turn with my adamantine great axe and smash into the wall to try and cause a cave-in to slow the dragon's entry.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Mm-hmm. And I am doing this recklessly. I'm just going all out.
I'm going to say you don't even need to reckless because I'm going to give you advantage for that nat 20 you got on trying to figure this out.
Okay. That is a 25.
On a 25. Yeah, where are you trying to collapse? What are you? So there's the tunnely entrance that you doubt a dragon is going to be trying to get through, but there's also this large dome, and the entry of that. So what are you trying to impact that would make this more difficult?
The dome entrance. I want to collapse the dome entrance so it's harder for the dragon to get inside.
So what we can do here is you are able to find points in the wall that are weaker. This is a huge cave structure. You're not going to be able to follow the whole thing even on a 25. But what I'll say, given that you looked into it beforehand and then hit very well into the point that you wanted to hit, the area around you is going to be, I'm going to say, half cover. You're all able to find half cover in this space, which I believe is +2 to dex saves and your AC.
Okay. I just do I get a second attack, or is that just the one?
Really? I mean, you would get a second attack, but I don't think you're going to be able to do any more to the wall.
Okay, so I collapse that part of the the cave, and then I, not really knowing where, like, I can't really attack Shrinden. I'm going to instead, I think I'm just gonna start, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start digging through the bones, digging through the pile of gold to see if there's anything that might be useful in there. And if I can find an arm bone, then I'll grab that. Otherwise, I'm just gonna see if there's any treasure.
Incredible. Make it quick. Let's say a investigation check.
Okay, here we go. Natural 20.
Holy shit!
Natural 20.
Unbelievable. That's your second nat 20 on this app. I have that on my phone and I never use it. I feel like I'm gonna have to switch to it for a little bit, see what happens.
Get this giant a monocle and Sherlock Holmes cap.
I'm actually rolling some very 3 black halflings coded dice today.
Hell yeah! Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Oh, and one of them is gone.
So sad.
There we go. Sorry. Anyhow. What was I going to say? Yes. So, as you're digging through this pile, you find, first of all, you're not going to be able to like pick it up and take it out of here easily, but you find the part of this pile of gold in which the like 4 arms of this great grand drake skeleton rest. Yes.
Do I have an object interaction to try to look at least one
Yeah.
of them in?
I'm gonna say, like, legitimately, this is like, I mean, several hundred pounds. This is like mechanically not possible to pick up on your own. You could drag it and try to pull, because we're talking like 1,000 pounds between the physical bone itself and the gold piled on top of it.
I do count as one size larger when lifting.
I'm looking in my mind. I'm looking at like
What I need
remembering
to
Baldur's
use-
Gate sized like carrying capacities. When you double your carrying capacity, you're still around like 800 or whatever. I'm gonna say it's more than that.
Okay,
I mean,
would I need to have the equivalent? Because I have the equivalent of like a large. Would I need the equivalent of like a huge?
Right.
lifting?
I think you could drag it, but like right now, that's
All right. And I will end my turn and bide my time.
that's going to be Whoosh.
All right. Whoosh is going to. So Dragon's not here yet. Fortunately, as a level 3 thief, I have a climb speed that is as good as my walking speed. I would like to get up top. I like to. I have 35 movement speed. Can I climb up the side of the cavern as far as I can get? I want to. I want to get up there and hold an action to drop down on the dragon and attack it when it comes down.
Okay.
Bonus action stealth if I can.
Okay, go ahead and make your stealth check, and what you can do is you can get into position with the rubble and kind of broken pieces of the wall. You're able to climb up those and get yourself into a corner where you could then jump down if it's in the right position.
Nat 20 for a 31.
You are functionally invisible. In fact, I believe that is just how stealth works in
Yep.
2024. You have the invisible condition.
Hell yeah.
All right, that's going to be Prescott.
All right. With my bonus action, I'm going to summon pack weapons. So 2 weapons appear, one in each hand. They look like they're made of smoke, but one is a short sword and one is a dagger. I will. Can I find half cover?
Yeah, this whole area, you guys are going to
Yeah.
be able to. We can just assume that unless you
Yeah.
leave the area that you're in, you have half cover.
Okay. I will move to like half cover. If there's half cover near Hanlon,
It's all
with my
around you
Hanlon.
guys, so we can
Okay.
just kind of
Well,
imagine
I
that
will
we're in
also
the same vicinity.
half cover. I'll kind of say to Hanlon, I'll kind of wave Hanlon over, and they're trying like, stay close, darling. You know, unless I run at the dragon, stay close to me. And then, can I ready an Eldritch Blast?
You absolutely can.
Alright, so
You go
that's
ahead
ready
and
for
ready
when-
your action, essentially for
I
when you
see-
see an enemy.
Yeah.
See an enemy. Hanlon, that's you. Oh, you are muted.
That'll fix it. As you say that, Prescott, Hanlon's eyes have turned a pretty inky black, and little bits of ink are dripping from their fingertips, and they'll look up at you and say, "Oh, I'll try to stay close, but it might get a little dangerous at some point." And I'll press my fingers into the ground, and I would like to hold an action if I can see Shivren. I am looking for Shivren. Now a question, my kind DM. I have the keen mind feat, so I can take the action as a bonus action. Can I study my whereabouts to find this little freak?
You sure can. Go ahead and what is that? Investigation check?
I would love for it to be.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
I kind of look around and see if anyone else saw that with the black eyes, and they're like,
That's going to be a 28.
Incredible.
God.
You don't see Shrindon. You get the idea this is a very wily individual, but you do hear just off to your left a little bit. You hear some coins jingling that are not in the direction that Fifi was in, and you have a loose idea of where they are, though you cannot see them. But you get the idea that you cannot see them because you do not have line of sight to them, or they are invisible.
How silly do we want to be? That was my bonus action.
Hella silly. Hella silly. I'm talking.
I
about
want to be a
maniac.
little silly.
maximum silly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And when I hear the jingling, the head's gonna cock almost a little more than normal, and I'm gonna charge in that direction.
Oh, all right.
Excellent.
Get it.
So you start running in that direction. You see, you hear shit, and you hear and see like footsteps where the coins are jingling, and there is you can see where they are. They are invisible.
Do I need to see them? Question mark. So I don't need to see them. But do they have a shadow? I guess would be the question.
You if you're asking if you know like an area of effect that they are in or where they would be, as long as you don't need to physically see them, you can target them.
Wonderful. I'm going to cast my shadow puppet spell.
Incredible. Tell me about that. Say more words about that.
Please.
Wonderful. Yeah. Fingers go in the ground. The shadows of this kobold animate and wrap around, almost shrinking in, and I get to make a spell attack. A melee spell attack. Would this be a disadvantage because they are technically invisible? That's what I thought. We'll keep it fair. 17 to 2. That's going to be a 10.
That is not going to hit, unfortunately.
That is okay. The shadows are still active and nipping.
Yeah, it's hard to tell what direction these shadows would be in.
Mhm.
But you do kind of hear like, let go of me, and more kind of pluttering through this pile of gold. Bonmore.
Wait, that's not me. That's you. Dragon's still not visible, right?
Dragon's still not visible, has not had its turn yet.
Yeah.
And Shrindon is not visible, but you know where they are. And I'm going to go ahead and say that for simplicity's sake, you and what did you call the horse?
Tink.
You and Tink can go on the same turn.
Yay. Well, my command to Tink is let me know when the dragon's nearby, because Tink is outside the cave near the mural, obviously.
Okay, in fairness, Tink would be like, and let you know that the dragon's nearby.
I will say this to the team as if it is brand new information. Tink says the dragon's outside. Get ready.
No! Alarms!
Thank you,
Who
Bonmore.
is
Very
Tink?
helpful.
I hate everyone here. I'll run towards the entrance, so I'm as close as I can be to where the dragon's coming from, and then I'll hold an action. I'll begin casting a spell and hold a spell for when I first see the dragon. Yeah, for when I first see the dragon.
Cool, awesome. That is going to be Shrindon's turn.
Within 60 feet. When I first see the dragon within 60 feet.
Got it. That opening in the top, what's left of it, that kind of rim that's around it, that opening is 60 feet from you. So the second that you see it in that opening or coming through that opening will be within range. Cool. That is going to be Shrindon's turn. Shrindon turns around. You don't see which direction they're facing, but they see you casting magic, Hanlon, and they kind of become visible. And in the instant that they're becoming visible, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Sorry, not dexterity. No, it's going to be a spell attack. Apologies. They were invisible, so they have advantage. That's a natural 20, which is not good for you.
Are Hanlon and I were not 5 feet from each other because they said they ran, or
They did charge. That's correct. Yep. And that's going to be. Oh my god, my poor computer.
it wasn't a 20.
It's so much damage. It's crashing your computer.
Oh God.
It was touch and go for a second. 33 points of.
You are getting buried in the snow, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounded
Yeah,
like
audio
was-
33.
Did you?
33
Yeah,
damage.
33.
We must have
Which-
missed 33.
33?
Could have been 33.
Above
Yeah,
the
you-
table.
So
just three.
question
33.
the first. Cool. Question the first. It invisible too fast for my reaction time?
When you cast a spell, you become visible after the casting of the spell. So yes, too quick. for you
Okay,
to
cool,
react.
great. 33. Excellent. Hanlon will go like, oh no, and then half of it. What type of damage?
It is force damage. This is an
Okay,
arcane burst.
Is that
That's fine.
okay?
Half of it will whoosh off the side as my arcane ward takes 14 of that, and then I'll take whatever that math is. What, 19?
19. Yep. I gotta pull up my D&D Beyond on my phone so I can roll damage without losing my fucking computer.
Can I fire off a pair of Eldritch Blasts now that the little fucker's visible?
Yes, you now have your Eldritch Blast waiting for line of sight, and you can do that. And that's 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Okay, first.
Does the shadow? I'm not familiar with the shadow spell. Does the shadow spell give advantage or anything like that?
It's not, unfortunately, but I do maintain concentration on it.
Wow.
Okay. Good.
Well, the first one doesn't hit.
What about the second one?
Second one is a 17.
That will hit.
Okay. I love first attack roll at the gate. It's a crit fail. It's a great sign. Great sign. So, all right. That is going to be 9 force damage.
Okay. 9 points.
It was a line of, again, smoke like shoots out.
Incredible.
Strindon.
Beautiful. This like smoky energy just comes out and hits into Shrindon. And that is his turn. That's all he can do. That is now going to be Waldov's turn. And as Waldov enters into the roof of the cavern here, I think I'm waiting on at least 2 held actions here. Sean, if you want to go first, and Dio, you can go right after.
Sure. I'll just need a wisdom saving throw.
Cool. Wisdom save. Is this... Does it matter? Does not matter. That is a fail. A big old fail.
Ooh, all right. Von Moore, having drawn his sword and seeing the dragon, will, in the style of a knight challenging, say, dressage! With the command spell.
Wait, hang on.
I have commanded to do horse dancing.
You did not just... Oh, yes, let's fucking go.
Hold on.
The horses don't have wings. Those should fold away.
Hold on one moment, please. I do have to check something.
Oh my god.
Because this is extremely funny. Is it a creature or a humanoid or like what is it?
One word command to a creature you can see within range.
That'll do it.
The target would succeed a wisdom saving throw. Follow the command.
I don't know if you know this or not. Young dragons do not have legendary resistances.
Yes.
So as it enters, it is its turn. It is Waldov's turn. So he's going to land and immediately start like prancing. And you like hear off in the distance the little hoof prints of Tink outside mimicking the same thing.
Justin, could you just give me a performance check for Waldorf?
Oh, okay, sure, I can do that. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
It's not good. It's 7.
It would be amazing if it were.
It's 7.
Tink is judging the shit out of this because Tink knows their dressage.
Now I need you to roll for Tink.
What their dressage?
Oh, yeah. Dressage off.
All right.
Dressage back to the streets.
I'm gonna say he's proficient in this because I can. So this is
because we're just having fun here.
23.
Oh yeah, no, Tink's judging the hell out of this dragon. Okay.
Does the dragon take a point of psychic damage of embarrassment?
You know what? I am gonna say yes to that. Just a single point of psychic damage.
Anyone can vicious mockery. I'll continue it not being my turn. Thanks.
1 damage. And it. I mean, Whoosh, you have essentially advantage on whatever it is you'd like to do right now.
Yep. So I'm going to come down on. So if I'm above the dragon here, I want to essentially. Woosh is going to jump down on it, unsheathing their Kopesh, and they are just. If anyone could see them on that nat 20, they are smiling like a maniac. They're having the time of their lives, and they are going to stab down at the Kopesh or at the dragon and try to land on it so they can ride it.
Excellent. So stabs down. Sinbad's down onto this dragon, and is attack with advantage.
Don't gotta tell me thrice. All right, let's see here.
Yeah, Kopeshes are cool.
Right, they're one of my favorite.
Like a sword and a sickle. Fucked.
Right. That's exactly it. Fuck yeah. 18 to hit.
18 does hit.
Hell yeah, and you know I'm throwing on that sneak attack damage.
Attaboy.
That's 10 plus.
Ba-ba-booey.
Oh, where's sneak attack? Where art thou? There we go.
Should be 2d6 for you because you're what, 3 levels of rogue?
That's right. 13 total.
13 total. Excellent. 13
And I'm
points
just-
of dressage. I mean damage.
Yeah, then I'm just on, hopefully staying on there, holding on for dear life.
And as he spends his entire turn horse dancing, you hear Shrinden yell, "What are you doing, boy?"
Boy.
His best, but unfortunately his best is not very good. I've seen better.
Incredible. We're back at the top of the order, and not only do you see this dragon, but you see this dragon with 2 fully intact arms.
Oh boy. Okay, so it's a harvest today, and I am the Reaper. I would like to activate my special Goliath ability, which as a bonus action I can activate large form, and I would like to grow to large size, which means I now have the carrying capacity of a huge creature, and I would like to pick up
Let's go.
the dragon's arms.
You can just WWE the dragon.
Yes, I would like to pick up.
Alright,
the
hold
dragon.
I need to look up something to help you. Hold on.
In comes Fee Fi with the steel. Oh, sorry. Silver chair.
A copy of The Silver Chair by C.S. Lewis.
Jesus Christ.
Donald Trump smite me!
How did you
bludgeoning,
get that out
right?
of Hanlon's pack?
Jeremy, you're my favorite.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's excellent.
I'm looking for the. Hold on.
You also just gave me an idea for a barbarian character that uses a big book as a bludgeoning weapon. They're a
Okay.
librarian. They're full of rage at people not respecting books and literature. So they're
So
they're
Knowledge is
very
power.
quiet.
I love
And they
that.
just have this big, like very hard. Let's talk about a hardcover book. And they just
So I
Wallop.
tried to look up Ancient White Dragon on D&D Beyond, but I stopped at Ancient White, and I got a stat block for Mitch McConnell.
Oh God.
Ancient White Lich, yeah.
Oh yeah, that is the Lich stat block. Wow, incredible. In any case, I needed to find something for you. I assume you'd like to attack with this arm.
Oh yes.
Go ahead and make 2 attacks with this arm.
Okay.
Use your attack bonus.
Okay.
Just
Your
follow
own
along.
daddy's spanking you. I'm attacking recklessly.
Excellent.
So that is going to be 25 with the first attack,
Okay.
and a 22 with the second.
Those will both hit. Your weapon damage for this is 2d8 plus 8.
So 2d8 plus 8 for each hit.
Yes.
So that's 4d8 plus 16, plus my rage damage, which is, I think, another plus 2. So that's 4 in total. Let me see if a large form does anything else. No, it doesn't increase my damage at all. So that is, I rolled 22 on the dice, plus 16 is 38, plus 4 is 42.
Oh my god.
I don't know if you'll allow me. It's fine if you don't. Oh no, it's just when I hit a larger creature with an attack, is this creature large that I'm attacking, or is it huge?
It is a large dragon.
Then, because I am a hill giant, I have my Hill's Tumble ability. When you hit a large or smaller creature with an attack roll and deal damage to it, you can give it the prone condition.
Yes.
So I just I slap
Wow.
the dragon so hard
Thank you for this gift.
onto the ground.
It's like a Dark Souls boss with like some weird like giant hand that's like very disjointed. Or and like you're just or maybe like it's very what's the new one, Expedition 33, just coming
No.
down, just whack, and he does not hit dodge in time, as he is currently in the midst of dressage, of course, and you give a big old smack with his dad's hand.
You literally sunned him.
Yeah. Sit down, son. And you do a catastrophic amount of damage. What have I done, allowing you to use the damage dice of the rend attack of an ancient white dragon?
So how much damage is that?
42 in
It
total.
was
I think.
42 in total, yeah.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
and he's prone, but all of us get our turns before he goes.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
How's he looking?
I mean, that hurt. Like, and speaking of hurt, that's going to be Whoosh, and he's prone, and you're on top of him, so you have advantage again.
Yes, I do. Which means I get to do something I'm so happy. Okay. So I'm going to use my action to cast Booming Blade on the Kopesh. I am going to go ahead. Let me roll to see if I hit.
This is so
You
unfair.
do have advantage.
No, just wait till I got something.
Oh my
Ooh,
lord.
13 plus 8. So what's that?
21. That'll hit.
Hell yeah. That's been for a while. All right, that's 1 on the Booming Blade.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, but there's still the Kopesh. That's another 1, so for a total of 6, 7.
And then you get your sneak attack, so 2d6.
Okay, there we go. That's 12 plus 7, so 19.
19 points of damage. Okay.
And then it is sheathed in booming energy, and you just see Woos just cackling like a mad person, just oh yes, by the Septarian, this is what I live for, and just stabs down in it, just crackling with electricity, or thunderous vibrations going deep into the scales, and then they're gonna pull out their Rondell dagger, and then as a bonus action, stab it with that.
Incredible. Go ahead. Make your attack. Still with advantage because it's prone.
Oh, yes. Almost forgot. Thank you for that. Ooh, so close to a nat 20. That's a 19 plus 8 for a 27.
Okay. That's going to hit, obviously.
Mhm.
Do you have any weapon mastery stuff that you can throw onto this?
Oh,
Some
that is
stank.
right. Let's see. Short sword is Vex. Nick.
Oh, so that would give you advantage. And this, you don't use your bonus. Oh, no. Sorry. You took the magic action. You did not take the attack action. So
Correct.
you don't get the property of Nick, but you can still use your bonus action for it.
Yes. And it's not going to be a lot of damage. Oh, 4 more points of damage
Excellent.
from the
Cool.
dagger. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and stay on there.
This dragon is, not having a good time. It was sitting there dancing, and then as soon as it got done dancing, it was pummeled to the floor with the hand of its father. And now it's getting the shit kicked out of it. That's going to be Prescott Mint.
Sure.
You do see Shrindon over in the corner, having just been hit by this blast, but has just absolutely annihilated Hanlon with a arcane burst. And you don't.
Are they close to each other?
Like the dragon and Shrindon,
No,
or
Shrindon and
Hanlon?
Hanlon.
Within like 10, 15 feet.
Okay. And is Hanlon within 30 feet of me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to run over to kind of position myself next to Hanlon or between Hanlon and Shrindon. And then I have a DM question for you. So because I have the Nick property with the dagger and the short sword, so I could attack with both, make 2 attacks with the action.
Yes,
Okay.
with the attack action specifically.
Right. However, I also have Commander Strike, when you take the attack action on your turn, you can replace one of your attacks to direct one of your companions to strike. My question
I
is,
will
do I need to
allow
sacrifice
that.
both? Can I make one attack with one of them and can do the commander strike also?
Yes, I'm gonna allow that. I don't know
Okay.
the true interaction between those. I think what technically should happen is that you should burn the actual attack and then be able
I'm
to
okay
use
with
your
that. I'm
offhand
asking.
weapon.
I'm okay
Okay.
with that. I'll burn both if you
Well,
think
no,
that's
no,
more
no.
fair.
You would burn your actual attack, but you are taking the attack action, so Nick would still happen. The attack you get to make with Nick would be your offhand weapon.
Okay.
Um,
So I can do a commander strike, command someone else to an attack,
and then
just do
attack with your
and do
offhand
them
weapon.
with the little dagger. Okay.
Yes.
Great. So for the commander strike, I'm gonna look up definitely at Fee Fi Fo Fum and say, "That was lovely, darling. Do that again, please."
Run it
you
back.
know,
Let's
keep-
go.
My command.
With advantage, sir.
Yep, that's going to be a 21 to hit,
That'll do it.
Machi.
and then was 19 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Sorry, it would be 19 points of damage, but I'm going to go ahead and cast Accelerate. You see, Woosh sees you rearing up, and you feel the elemental plane of wind at your beck and call, and it forces more damage into your strike for extra 2d6, 7 more points of damage.
As you do that, I need you to roll 2d20 for me, and tell me what the result of either one is.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
As you cast a leveled spell, I need you to do that.
Oh fuck! I forgot about that. Okay.
I think I've forgotten to do this at least once before, but we're gonna do it now.
Yeah, with the command spell for sure.
7 and 15.
Okay. You feel there is a magic here that you are unfamiliar with. You feel it start to swirl around you, but nothing happens just yet. Sean, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and give me 2d20.
Do you want that from me as well for shadow puppets?
Yes.
19 and 18.
Same thing. Nothing happens just yet.
Just yet. Okay.
14 and 10.
Okay. So you all start to feel as you cast more and more powerful magic, you begin to feel this place change a little bit around you. But that nothing happens just yet.
So
but
there's nothing
the
that
threshold is increasing.
There's nothing external or visible that.
It is just a pull on the magic itself. So the casters notice it as their magic.
I'm saying
is
as someone
pulled.
who has leveled spells but hasn't cast any. I'm saying,
There's not a visible marker at this time.
Okay.
There is like an air of magical energy inside of this cave, and Hanlon, it matches the feeling you felt with the Fae earlier.
Lost.
They're back.
Okay.
Von Moore, no.
No.
I'm assuming
back.
I left.
but
I
you
left,
are-
not everyone else.
you did leave, not everybody else did.
Yeah, weird. Sorry about that.
All good. That is
Okay.
going to
I
be...
still.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
To be fair, I wouldn't know because I haven't done a bonus action. So I don't know if I would. Well, what I wasted on this little shit. All right, let me make my dagger attack.
Dagger.
Dagger.
Nope.
Uh-oh.
Not Sean again.
Sean disappeared again. We'll get them back.
They must have rolled a nat 20 on their stealth.
Ha!
That is a 21.
21 does hit.
That
In
is-
fact, you
that's-
see a shield flash up trying to stop that, and it goes through the shield. You get in before that.
Okay. That is 7. I think I can make it be force damage, right? Since it's a pack weapon.
Yep.
Yeah,
Take that.
incredible. Okay.
Shit. And so I'm gonna be like, so I'm within 5 feet of Shrinden, and also Hanlon's 5 feet behind me. It's within 5 feet of me, right behind me.
Sorry, I was seeing Sean's message. Repeat that.
I
one
mean,
more
as
time.
far as positioning, based on the way you described it, I just want to make sure because I'm obviously within 5 feet of.
You are
Shrinden, 'cause I had
between the two of them.
Right.
Yes.
I'm in the square between them. Okay, great.
Yes.
Good.
That is going to be Hanlon.
Hanlon will put a hand on Prescott's shoulder and say, "You are so kind, but really," and then I will cast Arcane Vigor as a bonus action.
Need you to roll 2d20
So-
for me.
All right. 15 and a 4.
Okay, excellent. So the first thing that's going to happen is your spell's going to go off. So go ahead and roll that.
Awesome.
And then when you have a moment, I need a D100.
Wonderful. I'm gonna heal 12. I cast that at a 3rd level, so my arcane ward is gonna gain some points in a second. But then we'll do a D100. 26.
On a 20. Oh my god. This
Oh boy.
is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. You cast this spell, and very strange. You start to hear these strange sounds, this tense sound, and then all of you see a rip open behind Hanlon and just pops into that rift, and it is sealed shut for the moment, and Hanlon is gone. Hanlon, you see before you every star that you have ever perceived from the ground is around you as you have been transported temporarily into the astral plane.
Holy shit. Love that for you. Kind of. Hopefully you get back.
Stay
Just
close, darling.
like
What-
Sketchbooks, mage hands, just
What do you-
everything. Yeah.
Incredible. That is going to be Von Moore. Welcome back, Sean.
Von Moore's always on time. And Russian now. Can I close distance with the dragon?
You
Assuming it
sure
still
can.
exists the time I've been gone.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I think Von Moore takes out Von's sword and swings. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what the sword's called now. It's Von's sword.
Von's
First
sword.
attack. Do I have advantage for any reason?
Yes, it's still prone.
Still prone. 23 to hit.
Yeah.
Cool. So that'll be 1d8 plus 6, but I'm also going to use a smite. A specific smite. A shining smite.
Delightful.
Ooh.
So, target is hit by the strike, takes an extra 2d6 damage from the attack, and until the spell ends, which is concentration up to 1 minute, target sheds bright light in a 5-foot radius. Attack rolls against it have advantage, and it can't benefit from being invisible.
Amazing.
I like advantage. Let's keep advantage forever.
Love it.
Brings us to a grand total of 1d8, 2d6, unless you need the damage separated out.
I do not.
Great. 15 points between all
Beautiful.
of the various things on that first attack. Second attack. Let's count. 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that, I think... Oh, wait. Did I have... Okay, cool. This one's less complicated, but let's go ahead and roll this anyway. 7 plus 6. 13 points.
Okay. Excellent.
That is action, bonus action, movement, I assume.
This-
Oh, horse! I'm gonna have Tink run over to Hanlon. You got pretty well rocked, right?
Hanlon's
Hanlon's not there.
Oh right, yeah,
You're
Hanlon's gone
muted, Joey.
now. Is anybody else damaged?
I don't think so.
No.
I'm gonna have Tink go over to where Hanlon was and hold action.
Cool, excellent.
You just see this horse kind of go.
With a hoof.
Yeah, just one hoof up in the air.
All this, I feel like, because all this is happening almost instantaneously, like within a second. I feel like Prescott, for a second, thinks Hanlon has turned into the horse. The horses were the stallion. It's like,
yeah, the horse's name was Hanlon.
Hanlon, when he wants, if that was you.
A confused Winnie.
Oh, but Jeremy didn't need it because you still hit. You still hit when I commanded strike, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot. You're supposed to get a D8 to add to that too. So if we get around and I do it again, remember you get a D8 to add to that also. To hit.
Should I add to the
To add
should I
to the
the
hit.
damage?
No, it's to the hit.
Oh,
not
to the hit.
damage,
My
yeah.
bad. Okay.
Yeah. It used to be advantage.
Oh,
It was very useful to have a fighter, a battle master, and a rogue in the same party. Anyhow, that is going to be Shrinden's turn, and Shrinden sees his new master being torn apart, and does not like that. I need Constitution saving throws from everyone who is around the dragon. So that's
Me.
I think that's just Whoosh, and it's Whoosh, Von Moore, and
Prescott?
Prescott. Yeah, no, not Prescott.
Eating close?
And Fifi.
Fifi.
Oh, Fifi,
Thank
yeah.
you. I keep seeing Philomena here because it's Maria's character.
Yeah.
Mommy, this is for you.
But the three of you need to make Constitution saving throws.
19.
18.
23.
Damn.
Cool. That's amazing. You're still going to take some damage here.
Oh,
I am a barbarian, so I'm normally good at.
It is cold damage. And I've got the wrong. There we go. That is 53 half to 26 points of cold damage.
my lord. Sorry.
I'm just say, darling, it's not really letting the young worm earn his stripes if you're helping. Just saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
quote the helicopter parenting.
is absolutely not listening to any of you.
Sorry, how much did that have?
26 points of damage.
Was like, you should work for me.
However,
wealthy.
they are also going to roll something. Oh my god. And what's going to happen to them? Let's see, where's my D100?
This is Shrinden. Shrinden cast like Cone of Cold on us, basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
I'm afraid to do a thing. But
okay, interesting. Shrinden starts to radiate bright light. And anyone who is within 5 feet of him, which is nobody at the moment, you get the sense that you would not be able to see when you're that close.
I am.
No, he moved. He had to move to get into position to do that.
Wait, so would I get an opportunity attack?
Were you in? Yeah, you were in melee.
melee
Okay,
range.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yahar.
Get his ass.
It's a 2 plus 7, 9.
Not gonna hit. Just moves out of your way unexpectedly fast for a man of his advanced years. And that is going to be the young Drake's turn, the young dragon's turn. And it is just going to turn around to Von Moore and start biting.
Just right, turn away from your daddy.
That's a... Sorry. That's a 16 to hit.
16 misses.
16 misses. How's a natural 20?
Also misses.
Cool. Good to know.
No, wait. But natural 20 crit? Silvery barbs.
Okay.
No, wait, I use my reaction.
Used your reaction for the attack of opportunity. Yep. Interesting.
Fuck.
I
Okay.
appreciated the effort, though. I appreciate the effort.
So that's gonna be.
Shit. there was ever a time to use that. Damn it.
I have advantage on death saving throws, so don't worry.
That is 21 points of slashing damage. And, sorry,
Oh no.
Who said
Not
necrotic?
the end.
slashing.
Radiant?
11 points of cold damage.
Oh,
Or is that
shit.
one attack or multiple?
That is one attack.
I'm down.
Fuck.
Incredible. So what happens here? Foreshadowing.
Von Less.
Von Moore, now potentially Von Less. You see the young dragon, you see Waldov turn around and bite at Von Moore, and you see takes Von Moore's arm clean off. And Von Moore, it falls, collapses to the ground, unconscious and making death saves.
That's his boot fishing arm.
Yeah, actually, good question. Justin, was it my sword arm or my shield arm?
I'm going to leave that up to you.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it up to a roll. Evens, sword, odds.
Hey, you came to me with the mech arm, so like
I did,
know.
100%. It was funny when you were like, I lost an arm somehow. I was like, well, okay, lots of missing arms this time around. Yeah, so I have a shield and no sword.
Interesting, but you are down, and now we are at the top of the order with a very angry and probably a little bit chilly Fifi.
Yeah. My goodness. Okay, so at the beginning of my turn, I did not do this last time, but because I'm raging, I have my special Vitality of the Tree ability. And so at the start of each of my turns, when my rage is active, I can choose another creature within 10 feet of me to gain 2d6 temporary HP. Are any of our companions within 10 feet of me?
Unfortunately, no. Whoosh would be. Yeah.
Okay, whoosh. Whoosh, have you taken any damage?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm at 6 HP.
Well, you got another 6 temp.
Hey, thank you.
Excellent.
How is young dragon lad looking?
Terrible. Fucked
Okay.
up. About as bad as Whoosh was a second ago.
Then I'm going to look down at this petulant child, and I'm going to say, I want your arms. You're weak. Your father kept his arms until the day he died, and for millennia after. You, young whippersnapper, are not worthy. And I look at one of his dad's arms, and I'll say, give me a
Funniest
hand!
fucking thing.
I'm gonna say farewell to arms.
With advantage, I get a 20.
Yeah,
something to
you hit. You can't you literally can't roll low enough, but go ahead and roll if you
Then
like.
I would like to. Okay, then I will add 2d4 2d8 plus 8 plus, well, it's 2d8 plus 10, so that's 18 points.
What does it look like when you finish off Waldov?
I chop off first one arm, then the other, and then I
No!
until his head is completely
Gosh.
his head just flops and twists around, his neck's all broken. That's my first
Incredible.
attack.
And Shrindon is right there.
Yeah, I'd like to turn to Shrindon now and say, you are not a nice old man. And I'd like to make a reckless attack. That is a natural 20.
Oh my god!
Should
So
have
that's gonna be
downed Von Moore. This is the
4d8
wrath
plus
of
8
Von Moore. How
plus,
dare
or
you.
4d8 plus 18.
Okay.
4d8 plus 18. That's including your rage and your bonuses and all that.
Yeah.
Is Shrindon a stain on the?
That is going to be 36 points of damage.
Shrindon
I
is
had my reaction.
Shrindon is not a stain, but is very hurt.
Okay.
We're on Death's like front lawn.
I
here.
would like to also use my special ability to knock Shrindon prone.
Excellent.
Yes!
Shrindon is prone.
Yeah.
Amazing. Whoosh. It is your go.
Wait, I just realized. Is Is Shrinden within 5 feet? Basically, look, I know I'm using the arms, but I do have weapon mastery, which gives me cleave. Would I be able to use my cleave ability to have made another attack against
Yes,
Shrinden?
go ahead.
Okay. That is a 21 to hit Shrinden.
It would have hit, yes.
Okay, so I would not add my ability modifier to this.
So you're
one.
not going to add you're not going to add the +8. You're just going to add, it's just 2d8 plus your
plus
rage.
the 2, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that is going to be 11 points of damage to Shrinden.
We are now on death's doorstep. You got to take us home, Dio.
All right, I'm going to bonus action activate my innate sorcery, and you just see wind start to surround them. We don't see it. You feel the whirlwind start to wrap around them. And I'm going to take out one of my daggers, toss it up into the air, and cast Catapult. And since he is prone, either way he gets disadvantage because my innate sorcery. But he's going to have to make a dex check with disadvantage.
Yeah, it's a fail.
Hell yeah.
Marvelous.
18 points of damage.
How do you want to do this?
I want it to go right between the eyes.
Incredible. So, you will not get away with this. You've gotten away with this.
Always do.
And as Shrinden collapses to the ground, Hanlon, you see this brilliant starscape in front of you. As you begin to return to the material plane, you feel yourself returning. You are being drawn towards it, but there's something strange here. The material plane where you left, in the space where you left, is not only the material plane. And you sense you have an option. You have a choice. You see a path to a world you've never seen before. It is a reflection of the material plane, but it looks different. You see vegetation you've never seen before. You see not necessarily like a different atmosphere entirely, but the air just feels different as you draw nearer to this place. And you've read a lot of fucking books, man. You think this is the Fae. That strange magic did something awfully strange and beautiful. Do you follow it?
Unequivocally, absolutely. Let's fucking go.
You fade off in this other direction. You all see as Hanlon starts to reappear, looks at you all, winks, if I may add some exposition there for you, and walks forward through a door you do not see and disappears again. And
does that mean we get their share?
as we fade out, all of you begin to laugh, and you realize you never knew where Hanlon went. And you are back in Mack's public house.
Huh. Where did you go, Hanlon?
Oh, that is absolutely a story for another time.
Incredible.
Oh, right. I'm a ghost.
You
Right.
He's been dead the whole time.
Yeah, I've been dead the whole time.
But you guys kept my share, right? Like you brought it here for.
and we've invested in even.
I can't even touch things. I'm a ghost.
I did paint a lovely mural of you, of all of us inside the cavern of the cave after we slayed it. So there's your contribution. You should go see it sometime.
As we're
After-
saying, this can 1 week by the Bare Naked Ladies be playing over the soundtrack.
I-
after Hanlon had their, that's a story for another time. We're like, that's Ben.
Freeze frame. Yeah.
we've been DMCA'd, and that's our show. No, I like to think as we fade out, you see off into the stars the beautiful constellation of the morning dragon, which doesn't seem to have any arms. And that's where we're gonna leave it. So
Hell
thank you everybody so much for coming out today. Just really quick, going around. I know Pat, you really got to go. If we can go out in a round, if we want to start with Sean, then Pat, then Joey, then Jeremy, then Dio. Just let the good people know where they can find you. I did absolutely forget to do this last week, so I'm not going to do it again.
Hey, I'm Sean Banerjee. You can find me most everywhere as at Sean Banerjee. You can find me here on Amateurish Productions every other Tuesday mostly. I rolled the death saves and got a natural 20 on my second round. So
Hell yeah.
Von Moore's still alive. You just left him to bleed out.
No, I was. If he was gonna keep going, it's just
Oh,
I was
no,
gonna
It's
stabilize.
outros now. It's outros. It's outros.
The vengeance of
It's
Von
too
Moore.
late. The die has been cast.
Incredible, Pat.
Hi, I am Pat Edwards. I am at the Pat Edwards everywhere, mostly active like Blue Sky. But yeah, the Pat Edwards everywhere. I'm a writer. I have a few novels published, space tripping, like comedy, sci-fi. I also co-own a company called Storytellers Forge. We're an indie publisher that makes like D&D books, like The Black Ballad and Festival of the Forgotten, and soon to be a republishing of the Red Opera. Yeah.
The
Check it
Black
out.
Ballad, which you can find the Amateurish Productions version of the Black Ballad on our YouTube channel. So YouTube at Amateurish Productions, you can find, I think it's in its own playlist from back when they did that campaign. It was before my time for sure, but Ben and Katie and Zeki and the crew should all be involved in that, and you can find it on the YouTube channel. So yeah, thank you, Pat. Thanks for joining us today. Joey.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, I've been Joey Davila. You can find me on the internet things as The Wizard Sink.
Beautiful. Jeremy Cobb.
Hello,
As if
everybody.
anyone doesn't know where to find you.
Yeah, I've been Jeremy Cobb. If you want to find me on Twitch, you can find me on twitch.tv/CasualQuestLive. I imagine a lot of you have already been there. But you can also find me on Three Black Halflings, which is a podcast, and it's fun. So go check out
A
Three Black
podcast and it's fun is the biggest undersell of 3BH that I've ever heard. Literally behind me in my room right now is a poster of one of their campaigns.
It's a good campaign. If you like westerns, outlaws, novelists, go check it out.
And if you like westerns not set in like horrifyingly racist American West settings,
Yeah.
and in a cool, awesome North Africa, timey, wibbly wobbly kind of setting, that is the show for you. Fucking go to it.
Yeah.
And report back to me when you understand the origin of the Hote.
Yes, both in world and outworld.
Yes, exactly.
I think on the Patreon, I explain where I actually got the host, where the host came from in a literal sense, but also where within the world. Yeah. All right, that's it from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here, especially on short notice. Dio, you are muted. Not telling anybody where you're at. Oh, you're still muted. It might be the same problem we had from last week. A little unplug and replug with the Blue Yeti. I'm so sorry.
Dio's going to get this done. Hey, the 4th, 5th, and 6th derivatives of position are called snap, crackle, and pop.
That's
Are you back, Dio?
Dio, if you post in the Discord, maybe we can read where to find you. One of us can read it dramatically.
Dio is found at Martian Tech, often Martian Tech with a hyphen in the middle, at on Blue Sky. I don't think they're still on X, but you can also hang out with them on Discord with the rest of with at least some of us in the Casual Quest Live Discord server that I moderate, and Dio is a big part of the community, and of course it's Jeremy's streaming server. And I mean, many of the people who are in chat also exist there. And yeah, check out Dio's awesome art at Martian Tech. And that is going to do it for us. And we will see everybody next time. Thank you so much, everyone.
Bye.